How's it going, everybody? I, of course, am Dr. Delay, monitoring the internet that may have just went out. I have no idea. Let me know if you can hear me. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, again, it's a good one. Hopefully, I can get the stream off. I'll have to do a backup internet. I'll have to do my T-Mobile hotspot if I have to. Anyway, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Boston Bruins. Hopefully, again, a good one. Both teams looking all right. Obviously, Pittsburgh in a playoff spot. Boston, I believe, in as well. Sorry, again, just getting to the computer here. As I'm going to go ahead and let you know that Boston is indeed holding the last playoff spot with 71 points, a 33-21-5 record. Pittsburgh 31, 15, and 13. Yeah, now the internet is not... Oh, my gosh, it is brutal. Okay. Well, this is not good. But we're going to make it work regardless. Thank you again for tuning in. Hopefully, again, it's a good one. I, of course, am Dr. Delay. We do have some stats for you. Power play percentage, Pittsburgh in third place, converting 26.8% of their power play is really good. The Bruins not too shabby themselves, 26% for them. That's good for fourth. Again, just a, eighth of a percent. I mean, that's actually, I don't know. Anyway, 0.8% less. Penalty kill, Pittsburgh doing pretty well in that regard as well, killing 84% of all the power plays they face. Really good stuff. That's good for second. Bruins down at 27th, killing 76% of their power plays that they face. Face-off percentage, Bruins should win most of the face-offs. I mean, the last two games, the Pittsburgh Penguins just can't win any face-offs, really. They've been getting wrecked there. Pittsburgh 20th in face-off, Bruins in 6th. Goals for, both teams can put up points. Both teams in the top 10 of the league. Pittsburgh 3.42 goals a game. That's good for 5th. Bruins 3.36. That's good for 9th. Goals allowed is kind of a difference. 2.80 goals allowed for the Penguins. That's good for 6th. 3.12 for the Bruins. The Penguins are 7-1-2 in their last 10. The Bruins 5-2-3. Again, good to see you guys. Appreciate you for tuning in. Jade, one of the puck drop, I'd imagine a few minutes from now. As soon as I know, I will be sure to let you know. For sure. Again, we're just now getting underway. Or, the broadcast is just now starting, so it might be running a little bit behind there. But, yeah, thank you again, Jade, for tuning in. Denny, as always. Chance, Yin, appreciate you. Even though you're going for the Bruins, should be, again, hopefully a good one today. Penguins, again, the Bruins, both teams with over 70 points. Both teams in the playoff positioning. Let me go ahead and try to pull this up again. Last time I did it, kind of wrecked everything. Go ahead and show you the full screen. Okay, never mind. We're not doing that, actually. That's the wrong one. Okay, there we go. There we go. Again, Pittsburgh second in the Metropolitan with 75 points, 31-15 and 13. Again, they lose, but they lose in overtime, which has been helping them out. The Bruins, they lose. They don't really get to overtime. They've only have 5 overtime losses for the Bruins. Again, 21 losses for the Bruins. But again, holding on to that last spot, 59 games played. That's good, again, compared to the Capitals. Capitals have 3 more games played and 2 less points. Columbus Blue Jackets, 3 games behind them, same amount of games played. So, again, Bruins looking like they'll hold on to this spot, at least for now. Again, we'll see. But, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you again, as we're just, again, awaiting. Let's get underway. I think we have a lot of tabs open. I think that might be part of the problem. I don't know. We're just going to let it go. We're just going to let it go and let's get ready for action. Again, unsure when puck drop is. Again, I imagine a few minutes from now. But again, thank you guys for hanging out. If you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. But of course, you haven't really listened to anything. You've just been listening to me mumble and not say much about the game because there's really not much to talk about. These teams, again, looking to keep their spots in the playoffs. And the Penguins, of course, without Crosby until the end of March. So they'll have a little bit of a tougher task. Again, the Penguins coming off a 5-0 win over the Golden Knights. Very dominating performance in Miami. Again, covered that one. That was really fun to see. Looking for more of that. Witherspoon with 19 points this season. That's a career high for him again. Just a good performance on, I believe it was Sunday. Looks like, again, we might be approaching the start of this one. Maybe not. I don't know. I'd like to let you know as soon as possible, but never mind. Never mind. Let's see. Looks like 56% of you guys with the Bruins. A lot of Bruins fans or a lot of non-believers in the Penguins, I guess, in the chat or have come by the channel. 9 votes in. So, again, 1 vote could swing it one way or the other. With the, again, amount of votes there. Not many. And the Bruins, team that have given Pittsburgh a lot of problems over the last, I don't know, well, it's been a while. I mean, just over the years, really. They did play earlier this year. January 11th, Boston did win 1-0. Low-scoring affair. Boston. They will play twice in the next 6 days. Again, they'll play, of course, here tonight. Then they'll go to Pittsburgh March 8th. That one going to be a little bit of an earlier showing. I think that's this weekend, actually. Unsure if I'll be able to cover that one, but again, we'll see. We'll just... And the way it looks like they're going to commercial, so it might be a little bit of a delayed start. Again, I should have guessed with the way the broadcast started really late. So I don't know what's going on over there in Boston, but a little bit of a delay on Dr. Delay. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Interesting. Bruins need all the wins they can get. They're just hanging on to the wild card. Yeah, we just saw that a few moments ago. The Bruins, again, 2 games above the Capitals. Or 2 points, pardon me, above the Capitals. Of course, the Capitals have 3 more games played. So there's always that. That's not always a bad thing. But yeah, I mean, you definitely want a point. And you take this overtime, of course, that goes a long way as far as keeping it above the Capitals. And the Blue Jackets, who are 3 points, pardon me, I keep saying games, points beneath the Bruins, but have the same amount of games played. So that is always that. But both teams, again, looking like they may be playoff bound. Both teams with a positive goal differential. Penguins with a plus 30 goal differential, which is actually good for 30th in the Eastern Conference. The Bruins with plus 13. That's not too shabby. That's good for, looks like, 6th, I would say. So that's, it's, again, top 8. So, I mean, could do worse. You could be a lot worse if you're the Bruins. Again, only 5 overtime losses. That's the thing. Pittsburgh has 13. So, they do lose a lot, but, they're losing in overtime, which is kind of granting them those points. It looks like we are returning to action here. So, yeah, again, we're in Boston. Again, Pittsburgh, Boston about to get underway a few moments from now. But, yeah, again, hopefully we have a good game for you. Skinner's going to be in goal. 2.76 goals allowed. 89 save percentage. Last 11 starts, 2.26. He's been playing a little bit better in recent performances. But, of course, Shelovs has really been the guy that's been very impressive. Then for the Boston Bruins, we're going to have Swayman in goal. 2.89 goals allowed. He was the backup goalie for Hellebuck, who had a heck of a performance. You know, with Team USA, so I didn't really see much. Good to see you, Draven. Appreciate you, man. Looks like we're, again, about ready to get underway. Swayman has been playing like a bum. Well, that means he'll probably have a great performance tonight because he's playing a team I cheer for. That just seems to be the case with the Steelers, the Pirates, or regardless. Penguins going to be in white, Bruins in black. Face-off won by the Bruins. They're going left to right as they flick it to the right corner. Already with the shot on goal, deflected away by Skinner. As the Bruins bring in the hustle, far circle there for Boston. Again, they're going left to right. Penguins right to left. The shot is going to be saved and downed with 19:42 left to go in the first period. Already, again, you're seeing a couple of shots by Boston. Again, already an early opportunity. Far circle. I mean, he was as free as can be. Skinner getting that left leg out. But, yeah, you know, you can't like what you're looking at if you're a Pittsburgh fan. 1942 face-off happening in the right circle. Far circle, pardon me. Face-off actually going to be won by Kindle, but then intercepted by Boston. Opportunity right in front of goal. Saved by Skinner. Principal Skinner laying the smack down there on the Bruins, but the Bruins with it in the road end, sending it to the far board, now sending it to the near wall. Puck kind of gliding to the near circle, but taken away by Rust. Rust with it far corner, sending it back to Carlson. Carlson sets a shot. Goal! Goal for Pittsburgh! Unbelievable! Pittsburgh gets the puck, and just like that, Pittsburgh takes the early lead as they lead 1-0 with 19:18. I mean, again, I can't believe it. Boston had so many opportunities in front of the goal. Then somehow Rust gets it behind the goalie, and Carlson just flicks it from way downtown, and Swayman swaying to his right, though just a little too slow. All right, looks like we're actually coming back. Yeah, so for some reason, we've had some internet issues the last 20 minutes. So I do apologize. I know that's not going to be a great broadcast for you guys, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. Worst case scenario, you got to switch it to a different internet, which would be my mobile hotspot, which is worse, significantly worse. I mean, it's not even close, but yeah. So again, sorry about that. Internet issues. I'll be sure to. All right, so the challenge is unsuccessful. That goal's going to stand. And there's actually going to be a minor penalty for delay of game. So Boston trying to, just try to, maybe, hey, maybe it's overturned, but no. So Carlson with the goal, Rust with the assist. So there you go. All right, face-off won by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh now with it. This is Carlson with it down in the near circle. Now gliding to the far wall. Going right to left is Pittsburgh. Gliding down the far side, but he couldn't quite hold on to it as Boston is able to whack it free, sending it to the Pittsburgh end. Not going to be an icing. Skinner holding it there for Raquel. Raquel with it, hands it off to Carlson. Carlson down the far circle. Looking around at the far wall, hands it back. I believe this is to Raquel. Raquel to Malkin. Malkin back to Raquel as he passes to the right. That's Rust. Rust back to the blue line. That is Carlson. Carlson to Mantha. Mantha near circle looking around. Sends it back behind to Malkin. And a swing and a miss by Rust. And now it's taken by Boston down the far wall line. Change for Boston as he tries to get around the Penguin. But Carlson's just in front of him. As Boston does win it back in the far corner. Then taken away by Carlson. Carlson now with it on the far circle of their own end. Sends it back to the near side. Malkin. Malkin flicking it ahead. Intercepted by Boston. As Boston flicking it ahead to the far corner of the Pittsburgh end. Raquel there first. But he takes a big crunch as he tries to win it back. Boston, with an opportunity. Far circle sends a shot. That's just deflected away. Raquel trying to win it free. But Boston does indeed win it as sends a shot deflected away. Pittsburgh with an opportunity. He's onside. Mantha 1-on-1 with the goalie. Shot is saved by Swayman. Swayman swing to the right side as Boston now sending it to the Pittsburgh end. 17:43 left to go. Again, this is actually a power play. 20 seconds left to go in the power play. But, not really much here for Pittsburgh. It's been a lot of Boston with possession. Again, crossing center ice. Down the near side. Near circle. Sends a shot. Saved by Skinner. Pittsburgh desperately trying to get it out of there. And they can. So power play killed by Boston as he passes to Chinakhov. Chinakhov up to, I believe that is Novak. But then taken back away by Boston. This is Shea with it down the near wall. He's looking around, sends it to the near corner, wrap it around to the far corner where it's intercepted by a Bruin. Bruins now with it back behind their own goalie. A little bit of a change there for Boston. Sends it to the near wall, crossing center ice, flicking ahead to the far corner where Clifton was trying to get rid of it, but Boston still with it. Now Pittsburgh winning it back as this is, I believe that's Dewar. Dewar down the far side, but taken away by Boston. Boston with it out the far circle. Passes to the near side, crossing center ice, crossing the blue line, looking around, sends a deflection wide. As Pittsburgh trying to whack it free. Shea in on the action, but then won there by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it. That is Acciari. Acciari passes over there to Hayes, but Hayes couldn't quite hold on to it. Acciari trying to win it back from Boston, who has it behind their own goalie. They're just desperately trying to get it out of there, and they do, connecting on the far circle, sending it back to the near corner. Boston now with it down the near wall, as he's going to glide back. Heavy pressure by Mantha, faking the pass there, sending it to the near wall. Crossing center ice is Boston. Boston with it, and Pittsburgh desperately trying to get rid of it, and they do. Pittsburgh now with it. This is Mantha. Mantha down the near wall, flicking ahead to the near corner, but Boston is all over it. Boston now with it, sending it. And it's going to be, well, no one really has it. Now it's won back by Boston. Boston far side, crossing center ice. Pittsburgh couldn't quite whack it free as Boston now taking it down the far side. He's looking around and taken away by Pittsburgh. Witherspoon now within the near corner, but he has a tough touch there as Boston winning it back, sending it back to the far side. Flicks it way out of play with 15:25 left to go in the first. Swayman is absolute garbage on shots from the blue line. I'm almost done with him. That is tough, Yin. That is brutal. All right. Next, well, let's tell you what. Commercial break, I'll be able to show you again the visualizer. But that's always a clutch feature. I really do enjoy it. Again, 1-0. Pittsburgh leading Boston. Already a nice stream there. A nice shot way early. $15:25 left to go. Boston with 4 shots on goal. Pittsburgh with 2. As faceoff going to be won by Boston. And sends a shot just wide. Boston went with a near circle. Sends a shot again. Deflected away. As Boston still with it down the near wall. At the blue line. Pittsburgh desperately trying to get it free. And they kind of do, but won back by Boston. Near wall. Looking around, crossing the blue line. Down to the near corner. Pittsburgh desperately trying to win it back, but Boston's all over it. Kindle almost falling down. But then won back by Boston. Boston with the near corner looking around. Sends it to the near circle. Shot is goal! It's good. Boston tying it up. Tying it up 1-1. Didn't even get to show you the goal visualizer. That's always tough. Marat Kusnatdinov. Again, I apologize for the butchering of the English language, or I guess the Russian name or whatnot. Can show you the Carlson goal. That goal, again, that Boston just scored, will be available very soon. This is the Carlson goal from earlier, from way downtown. Great shot. Again, Boston just now tying it up. Replay it again. Tying it up with 14:46 and counting. Face-off won by Boston as it's deflected all the way to the Pittsburgh corner. So there you go. And that was the goal. Again, I'll be sure to show you the Boston goal in a few minutes. Guess that was an icing call. 14:39 left to go here in the first. Pittsburgh and Boston tied at 1. Shots on goal, Boston 5, Pittsburgh 2. As the faceoff is going to be happening in front of the Boston net on the near circle. I believe that's Novak in there for Pittsburgh. Won by Boston on the near corner. As that's a swing and a miss. Chinakhov trying to win it back, and he does. Chinakhov with the near circle, sending it back to Carlson. Carlson sends a shot deflected by a defender, but finds Novak. Novak back to Wotherspoon. As that's going to be saved with 14:24 left to go in the first period. Penn still win without Sip. Yeah, they could, Caleb. They could. Again, they won again against Vegas 5-0. That was really good. It's a great game. But, yeah, I mean, it's Pittsburgh's definitely going to have their work cut out for them. Face-off going to happen on the far circle of the Boston side. Face-off won by Boston in the near corner, sending it behind the goalie. As Pittsburgh trying to win it back, and they do. That's Chinakhov sending it around to the far corner. No one's there except for Boston as he flicks it ahead, taken away. Oh, Boston with an opportunity near circle. Trying to elbow free, and he does. Near corner for Boston. Sends it to the far circle and sends a shot deflected. And Boston with another goal. Deflected right to a Bruin. And the Bruins lead just like that, 2-1. Chino is a nasty goal scorer. Looking pretty good for Boston right now. Not looking good for Pittsburgh. Casey Middleslots with the goal. By the way, the Kusnatdinov's goal was actually assisted by Eisenmoyd. Again, I apologize with these names. I'll be sure to get you the Bruins visualizer there. 14 minutes to go. Boston leading 2-0. Not looking good for Pittsburgh. No, yeah, not looking good, Caleb. And looks like the Pittsburgh coach calling a timeout, trying to settle down his team. And I can go ahead and show you the goal visualizer. The first goal of Boston. This isn't the one that just happened. So there you go. Again, just kind of had it far corner. Show it again here. Chance, appreciate you for tuning in. He's got to like what he's looking at. And this was the one that made a 1-1. Again, the one that just happened won't be available for a few minutes. Face-off won by Boston. Flicks it to the far corner. And Skinner's going to come out and get it. Sends it to the far circle, but intercepted by Boston. He sends it inside, deflected away. Pittsburgh trying to get it, and they do. As I believe, who is this? Again, I believe that was Novak. As he sends it behind the goalie, and Kindle takes a big hit. Acciari with it. Acciari with it on the far corner. Looking around. Pittsburgh now with it again. I believe that's Dewar. Don't know why it's not loading up the roster here. Boston now with the near side. Flicking it all the way ahead. Going to be taken by Clifton in the far circle. Now he's behind the goalie. Sends it back to Shea. Shea with it. Shea just kind of chilling behind the goal again. 2-1, Boston leading with 13:12 left to go in the first. Sends it to the far side. Pittsburgh sending it behind the goalie. Bounce pass, I guess. But Boston winning it in the end. And looks like that was Hayes dishing out the punishment. As now here's Boston down the far side, moving with a lot of speed. But it looks like, Pittsburgh just took a big crunch. That was Gerard. Hayes here on the near corner, near circle, sends a shot deflected away. Boston with it now on the near wall looking around as he sends it up the ice, crossing center ice. Now he's going to circle back into his own end as Mantha is all over. Well, Boston's gliding really close to their own goalie. Boston with the near corner, sending around, looking around, sends it to the far circle. Sends it to the near side, near wall. Pittsburgh now winning possession. This is Carlson behind the goalie. Sends it to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon flicking it ahead, but intercepted by Boston. Send it to the far side. Back to the near wall for Boston. Gliding past the blue line. Sends it to the far circle, and it's going to be deflected just wide. Boston trying to reclaim possession. They do in the near corner. Sends it to the, intercepted by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh then giving it back to Boston. Boston with it as he sends it back to Skinner. Skinner looking around, sending it to the near corner, then connects with Rust on the near wall. He's looking around, sends it to the far side, taken away by Boston. Pittsburgh on the pursuit. That was, I believe, Raquel. It was. Boston now with it down the far wall, gliding. This is a 3-on-2, but Pittsburgh is able to win it back. This is Shea. Shea with it behind the goalie at the far circle, looking around. Now at the near circle as Pittsburgh doing a line change. Classic tomorrow, yes. Crossing the blue line, far circle, and trying to connect it on the near circle, but Pittsburgh cannot hold on to it as Boston with an opportunity on the far circle, looking around, and going to be deflected away by Clifton. Sorry about that. Pittsburgh losing possession at center ice as Boston now with it down the near side, and then going to be taken away by Pittsburgh, then won back by Boston. Near circle, looking around as he's trying to find something, but Pittsburgh winning it free and then giving it right back to Boston. Boston sends a shot, going to be deflected away as this is Shea. Shea pickpocketed, but then won back by Novak. Novak's pass is intercepted. Boston all over it. Far circle. And then Shea could not hold on to it, but Clifton on the pursuit of the puck, and he takes a big crunch on the near corner. Boston playing with a lot of energy. Ooh, some big pushes there by Clifton. Boston with it far circle, cutting inside, trying to get through all the Penguins, but the Penguins are there. Still with it, though. Clifton taking a bump. Boston wanting it back, trying to slam it home, but Skinner's there. As there is the flick ahead by Pittsburgh. Dewar in pursuit. Dewar couldn't quite get there, but now he has it far circle. Far corner, sends it in, and it's going to be a little bit wide. As it sends it to the far blue line. Near circle. Back to Hayes. Hayes flicks it ahead to Dewar. Dewar takes a little bit of a bump. Boston with it. No, Pittsburgh. Brazeau sends it inside and taken away by Boston, but Pittsburgh winning it back. Send it to Gerard here in the near circle. Sends a shot. Not there. Boston now winning it back. 9:30 left to go in the first. Boston leading 2-1 over Pittsburgh. Boston connecting on a pass. Nice pass, far circle. Looking around. Might send it back to the blue line. I believe he does. And the shot is saved by Skinner with 9:18 left to go in the first period. Boston leading 2-1 again. The Penguins opened up the scoring, but Boston scored the last two within a minute of each other. In fact, this was the second goal for Boston. Again, really close. Really just happened again. Just like 50 seconds later. Just, again, Skinner out of position. Deflects it, but could not get back in time. Another redo of that. Just finished watching Scream 7. Yeah, I'm not much of a horror guy. So there you go. Chinese? Yes, I'm doing that one. Come on, I want a good fight. Yeah, I hope Pittsburgh can do something. They, again, opened up with the first goal of the game, but since then it's really, again, Boston with the barrage of shots at the beginning, Pittsburgh out of nowhere with the goal. But, yeah. Not looking good for Pittsburgh. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and I call games. Just now getting into hockey. Did the Olympics, and that was a blast. That was a pleasure. That was a thrill. And going to be doing a little bit more Penguins games. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, again, you like what you're listening to. And, you know, if you do, you make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, it's really only Penguins games, but of course, if you're a Boston fan, you know, a Patriot fan or whatnot, Boston College, you never know if I cover you in the March Madness. I don't know if you guys go to March Madness, actually, but anyway, I do cover college sports. Again, if you're just a sports fan in general, you are definitely subscribed. Red Sox, you know, I might do the Red Sox a little bit. You never know. Mostly Pittsburgh, but again, we'll do other sports. Again, with the NFL, I do everything. Not just the Steelers. Face-off won by Boston. Boston within the far circle, looking around. And it's poked away. Russ trying to get to it in time, and he does. Russ, though, has it whacked free as Boston winning it in their own end. Sending it to the near wall, and he has it sent, but Pittsburgh's there to intercept it. Can't quite see the number as he flicks it to the near corner where Boston greets it. And Pittsburgh's, though, there to intercept, but then won back by Boston. And Russ there on defense, trying to get it back as he flicks it ahead to the far corner. I don't know what happened to the quality. Just got really bad. Pittsburgh now sent to the near side. This is Kindle. Kindle sending it to the far side of Raquel. Raquel trying to get there, but Boston is all over it in the far corner. Boston now with it on the near wall, looking around. Crossing center ice, crossing the blue line, sending it to the near corner where Malkin is going to win it over. Malkin with it, far circle of their own end, crossing the blue line, sends a pass and an opportunity here as he sends it in, deflected away. Oh, man, who was that? That was Chinakhov. Chinakhov with a one-on-one opportunity, almost sent the shot, and it's saved. Was 7:59 left to go in the first period. Swayman with the save. Had 9 shots on goal for Boston, 5 for Pittsburgh. Match in a penalty box in the NFL. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Looks like another commercial. And a really weird ad. Really weird. But yeah, again, Boston leading 2-1 over Pittsburgh. Again, tomorrow, if you're just interested in Dr. Delay and what he's covering, we'll be covering some baseball. We'll be doing, again, Chinese Taipei and Australia. That's going to be late at night. And then, again, the goal is to do USA Colorado final exhibition again. We'll see. There's an illegal stream for the United States Giants game today, so that was a little discouraging. But if there is no illegal stream, then we'll go on. Because, yeah, we just want a fair fight. We just want a fair chance. Did pick up a subscriber, though. That's always nice. That's always nice. Let's see here. You can commit fouls, but then you'll be down by one guy for a play. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Watch the Penguins Stanley Cup runs on YouTube 16 and 17. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't. I have not, but I probably should. Again, appreciate you, Caleb, for tuning in. Again, Penguins open up the scoring, but Boston's really been in control since then. And I do want to say I do have the thumbnail made for Pittsburgh and Buffalo this Thursday. Just want to go ahead and show you that as proof. But I can't guarantee that I'll do it. But again, just in case I can, I just want to say I have it made. I'm not just trying to pull one over you. So if I'm able to cover it, I will. But again, I just don't want to. I haven't posted that and made it official yet because I don't want to be able to, like, hey, I'm doing it, and then I can't do it. So unsure yet, but again, as soon as I know, you guys will know. Pittsburgh winning the faceoff, sending it to the near corner. Novak sends it inside, deflected away. As Boston now with it down the near wall. Carlson on defense. as he sends it to the near corner. Boston now with a near circle, sending it around the goalie, but won by Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon with it on the far circle, sending it past and connecting with Novak, who kind of loses it a little bit to Boston. Actually, that was going to be an icing. 7:35 left to go in the first period. But yeah, Caleb, I'm going to try. We'll see, though. I don't want to put it out there and promise, and then I won't be able to. But the thumbnail is indeed made. All right, face-off won by Boston. Shot is going to be deflected away. Boston now with it, sending it behind the goalie, sending it to the near corner. Boston still with it, near circle, sends it in and deflected away by the Penguins. Boston just swinging the puck, or swinging the sticks with them again, just trying to get as many shots, whether on target or not. This is Skinner. Skinner with it. Oh, Skinner kind of losing possession. Got to get back in goal. Boston with it, but Pittsburgh taking it away. This is Novak. Novak with it. Sends it to Chinakhov. Chinakhov with a near circle shot is deflected by Swayman. Couldn't quite cleanly save it. Malkin with it down the near wall. Chinakhov back to Malkin. Malkin couldn't quite hold on to it as he takes a big bump there on the wall. Boston winning it back, but then it glides back to Pittsburgh. This is Clifton. Clifton, bad pass, winning it back, and, well, it glides back to Shea. Shea now with it near circle of his own end. 6:37 left to go here in the first period. Again, Boston leading 2-1. As here is Shea crossing center ice, crossing the blue line, sends it to the far side of Mantha. Mantha to Hayes. Hayes with it and could not quite hold on to it. Boston now with it behind their own goalie. This is near circle, connecting on a pass, crossing center ice. He's got an opportunity, far circle, sends a shot off the post. Unbelievable. Boston now with it on the far corner. Pittsburgh desperately trying to get it, and Mantha did, and then he gave it away. Boston with it in front of goal. Could not quite get the shot off. Boston just flicking it behind the goalie, Skinner. Far corner here for Boston. Ooh, a takedown. And no foul. Wait, now there's a late shove. Clifton just got shoved in the back. Clifton did not like it. He is enraged being held on by the referee. There's some pushing and shoving. We'll see what happens. I don't know what the call's going to be. And the referees let the play go on after, again, Pittsburgh with the takedown, but Pittsburgh had possession. And then there was a coming in by the officials. Unsure what the call's going to be. Not sure what the call will be. We'll see. Hold on, this is with the referee. So the Penguins coach doesn't like it. Clifton being called for 2 minutes on a hold. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and then Clifton gets shoved in the back. I don't know how that's okay. And Clifton was enraged. That was a cheap shot. Cheap shot there by Boston. Guess I shouldn't be surprised, but it is what it is. But yeah, 2-1 is your score. Boston leading over Pittsburgh. 10 shots on goal for Boston, 5 for Pittsburgh. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Again, sorry about the internet issues earlier. We should be fine. I don't know. It's twice now. But, again, feel free to chat down below. Again, I try to get involved with the chat as often as I can. Of course, hockey is a lot harder to do so, as, you know, with all the fast pace and whatnot. You know, football, a little bit easier to do that. A lot easier, actually. Baseball as well. But yeah, thank you again for tuning in. Again, if you do enjoy what you're listening to, make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. It is free to do so, I promise you. There won't be a bill sent to you at all. Again, we'll be doing a lot of March Madness as well. I've done plenty of college basketball. Doing some hockey tonight. So I really couldn't decide on a basketball game. You know, some of the tournaments are starting. Some of them aren't. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But anyway, appreciate you guys again for tuning in as we're returning action again. Clifton, 2 minutes in the sin bin for holding. Again, Clifton gets up and then is immediately shoved in the back by another player. And I mean, that is unbelievable that the referee wouldn't let him have a piece of him. It is what it is. Boston winning the faceoff again. Have a power play 5-4. Boston with a near circle, looking around, sends it to next to the goalie. Now sends it back. Appreciate you, Jeffrey. Let's go, Pens. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. As Boston with a shot deflected away. Shea trying to get it out of there, but it's going to be Carlson with it, far circle, as he flicks it down. Pittsburgh with an opportunity. This is a Chiari. Shot is deflected away. Pittsburgh inches away from a short-handed goal. Boston sending a nice pass down the middle, but Shea's there to intercept. Sends it to the near wall. Boston with it, the blue line. Sends it back to the near circle. Back to the blue line. Sends it inside. Deflected away. 1:17 left to go in the power play. 5:10 left to go in the first. Still in it. We are, Caleb. Boston crossing center ice. Sending it to the near wall. Pittsburgh in the area as it's sent behind the goalie. As now Pittsburgh just sending it all the way down, as is the usual when it comes to power play. 5 minutes left to go in the first. 55 seconds left to go in the power play. Again, Boston leading 2-1. Here is Boston crossing center ice. Again, not really familiar with the Boston player, so I do apologize. I won't have the name. I'll try to get to the names as when I can. Boston with it, sending it to the blue line. Sent the shot deflected away by Skinner to the near wall. Pittsburgh desperately trying to win it back. I believe that's Dewar. Dewar losing control. Back to Boston. Boston within their own end now. Crossing center ice. Far wall. As looks like there's a shove there by Dewar. Gerard now with it. And now Letang trying to get involved in the play as they're all bunched up behind the goalie. Sends it back to the blue line, far circle. Sends it near circle. Shot is deflected by Skinner. 6 seconds left on the power play. Might be a power play kill. Boston with it, though. 3 seconds. Shot is deflected away. It's a power play kill. Boston still with the puck, though. Sends it far circle. Back to the blue line. Sends it to the far corner. Boston still with a lot of possession here. Far circle. Looking around. And sends a shot. That is behind the goalie. Boston with it near circle. Back to the blue line, back to the near circle, back to the blue line, back to the near circle. Sends it in, deflected by Skinner. Boston with it again, near circle, looking around, finds the blue line, sends it in, deflected away. Boston again, another opportunity, far circle, sends it just outside of the nets. They are really just whacking and just going with all the shots here, whether they're on target or not. Boston with another pass. That's going to be a little bit wide. Back to the blue line. Back to the near wall. Blue line. Looking around. Near circle. Back to the blue line. Sends a shot. Deflected by Skinner. Boston with another opportunity. Right in front of goal. Pittsburgh trying to whack it free. Now to the near corner. Boston with it. 2:49 left to go in the first. Far circle. Boston with it. Sending it around. Near circle. Far circle. Shot is deflected away. Unbelievable. Boston still with possession. Near wall. Near circle. Shot is saved by Skinner. Sends it to the far corner. Believe that's Wotherspoon. Thank you. Finally, Malkin now with it. Sends it to the middle. This is Novak. Novak trying to get through 2 people. Can he do it? They're not letting him go. Grabbing the stick as Boston is able to win it back. Far circle. Crossing center ice. Send it to Skinner. Skinner coming out to get it as he sends it wide to the far side. Malkin flicks it. Oh, he has it taken away, but Wotherspoon able to win it back as he sends it to the near wall to Novak. Novak losing possession for the moment, but then won back by Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon with it near circle, crossing the blue line, sends it back into their own end. This is Carlson with it with just under 2 minutes to go in the first. Boston leading 2-1 over Pittsburgh. 13 shots on goal for Boston, 6 for Pittsburgh. As Pittsburgh sending a huge shot from way downtown. That's going to be off the mark. Pittsburgh with it. This is Shea at the blue line, sending it to Clifton. Clifton sends it in, deflected away. Boston playing really physical. It's Pittsburgh trying to win it back. Sent to the near corner. Looks like that was a trip, and now there's going to be a call. I believe that's a trip on Boston. Yeah, solid trip. That was so obvious from a mile away. So Pittsburgh will have an opportunity here again. They really haven't had a fair shot. I mean, honestly, with just Boston has had such a they've just been dominating, really, I mean, as far as possession wise. So Aspirats for Boston, 2 minutes in the sin bin. So Pittsburgh will have a power play with 1:20 left to go in the first. Let's go. Good to see you again. I know you're excited. Hope Pittsburgh ties this up soon. Sure can't get behind 3-1. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, that'd be bad. All right, 1:20 left to go here in the first. Again, a power play for 2 minutes that will most likely take us to the second period, barring a Pittsburgh score. Pittsburgh winning the face-off, but it's sent all the way back to Skinner. Skinner with it, far circle, holds on to it. I believe this is Carlson. Carlson sends it back. 1:05 left to go in the first. Sends it to Malkin. Malkin crosses the blue line, and it's deflected. And actually, it's offsides with 1:01 left to go in the first. Bruins have won 8 of 10 and 13 of 20 against the Pens. Always a tough one for the Pens. Yeah, Bruins always seem to get the upper hand on Pittsburgh. Must be a Boston-Pittsburgh thing, you know, with the New England Patriots and the Steelers for many years there. Oh, well, you know. Still plenty of time, of course. Boston winning the faceoff, sending it back behind to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it, with about 50 seconds left to go. 1:30 left to go in the power play. Carlson taking it down the near side, now sending it back. Sends it to Malkin, coming up the ice, crossing the blue line, sends it inside, but taken away by Boston. Deflected away, but Mantha's with it. Mantha back to Carlson, back to Mantha at the near circle. Looking around, sends it back to Carlson. 30 seconds left. Carlson looking around, back to Mantha. Mantha sends it to Russ, sends it to nobody. Connecting with Malkin now. Malkin to Carlson. Carlson to Mantha. Mantha sends it to Malkin. Carlson, a shot deflected away. 20 seconds left for Pittsburgh here in the first half, or period, pardon me. As Boston, 13 seconds, 12, 10. Pittsburgh's got to hurry. They want one last opportunity. This is Rust. 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3. Sends it inside. Boston's all over it. And that's going to be the end of the first period. Boston leading 2-1 over Pittsburgh. So intermission time. Going to be intermission for about, 20 minutes? Maybe a little less than that. Again, Penguins will have a 40-second power play to begin the second period. Shots on goal again, Boston with 12, Pittsburgh with 7. Face-off percentage won by Boston 57% of the time, Pittsburgh 43%. Boston currently spending 4 minutes in the penalty box in the sin bin. 8 hits by Boston, 7 by Pittsburgh. Block shots, Pittsburgh 14, Boston with 4. Boston more giveaways than Pittsburgh, but again, Boston leading. On the scoreboard. And we'll show you the goal visualizer. Again, Pittsburgh scoring really quickly. This was Russ to Carlson. Carlson again from the blue line, way downtown. Good goal there. That was within the first minute of the game. And again, it's really been Boston since, even in the first minute of the game, Boston had dominant possession. Already multiple shots on goal at the time. Pittsburgh had a little opportunity there. There's the second goal of the game, first of Boston's. And then, of course, here is the most recent goal, which came earlier. Came earlier in the first period. Again, Skinner a little slow to get back after he made the save. You see the Brewers lost to England today. Brewers lost to... Oh, really? I didn't know that, no. I mean, spring training, right? But, yeah, Brewers, again, they might be... I don't know. Again, they gave away some players that were a little interesting decisions. I don't know. I don't know if I would have done all that, but, what can you do? What can you do? Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Again, this is what I do. I call games, folks. I call games. It is perfectly and completely free to subscribe, by the way. You're not going to be paying me any money. Don't think of it as a subscription. You won't be getting sent a bill or whatnot. So, again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, again, you're enjoying the broadcast as I dip my toes into hockey. Specifically, again, Penguins hockey. Hockey is going to be the only sport where really I just kind of focus on one team. The other sports, that is not the case at all. But yeah, that's kind of where it is with hockey. We're just going to focus on Pittsburgh. Who knows, maybe in a few years I'm the de facto Penguins guy. I'm still shocked that there's not a Penguins play-by-play. Like I thought there would be. Like, it's the Penguins. Penguins are like, trying to adjust this chair here. Hear it breaking all over the place. But I don't know. Penguins are, one of the more well-known franchises, and the fact that there's not one is really shocking. I don't understand it, but oh well. It is what it is, I guess, as I put on this blanket. But yeah. Again, feel free to chat down below. Again, I try to get to the chat as often as I can. Your NCAA basketball teams have been picking up stream lately. March Madness should be great for your channel. Yeah, I mean, kinda. So, kind of not really cheating, but I'm only picking games that are like, there's no illegal streams. So that's really it. I don't really want to, at this point, I don't really want to call a game if there's like an illegal stream, if that makes any sense. That's why I'm like, I might actually miss the first few minutes of the USA Rockies game tomorrow, because I just want to make sure that I'm getting a fair shot to cover it. Today is obviously there was illegal streams, and it was just kind of deflating. That's the way it is. But yeah, and of course, when it performs like that, it hurts the channel. So, but anyway, yeah. So the last basketball stream, Miami, Ohio, Western Michigan again, no competition there. Michigan State, Purdue, that was on Peacock. So St. John's, UConn, Peacock. Bowling Green, Miami, that wasn't really that great, but yeah. I mean, I'm trying to just make sure there's no illegal streams. So, I don't know. Hopefully they don't hold the baseball one against me. That's going to be rough, because a lot of baseball, of course. That's going to be a thing for like 5 months, where that's going to be the focal point of the channel. And, yeah, hopefully, again, the algorithm doesn't hold it against me, but I think it will. Oh, well. Oh, well. But, yeah, excited for March Madness. Excited. Hopefully, again, they take care of the streams. Again, there's some games on Peacock now. Georgetown, St. John's. There was a chance I could have covered that one. And right now, Georgetown actually leading St. John's 34-26. Unbelievable. So that would actually be doing very good right now. As far as views, that would have done a very good job. But, it is what it is. I'm still practicing my hockey calls, and I really do enjoy calling hockey. It's really fun. But yeah, so I don't know. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, actually, I already know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't need to even look at basketball tomorrow. Doing the World Baseball Classic. Thursday is a maybe. Again, I could do the Penguins, but there also could be other stuff as well. I don't know. Again, I gotta protect the channel. That is priority number one. So anyway, but yeah, hopefully March Madness is good. Hopefully it is. Wouldn't be a pleasant surprise. I mean, if we can enter, I should have a goal of 8,000. That is my goal by football season. And then, of course, just go off during football season like we did this past year. And somehow, I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to get to 20,000, 25,000 by the Super Bowl. We'll see. But I don't know. If we can enter football season with 10,000, I feel pretty good about it. But that is all dependent on baseball and the Pirates. Or maybe, again, you know, if I could, I don't know, could always cover the Brewers fan base. They like the channel. I don't know. We'll see. But definitely want to cover the Pirates, though. I really do. That's really excited for that. You know, like basketball, I try to listen when you have it. Timing is tough right now. Lots on here. But you're doing good with hockey, of course. Can't wait for Fresno and school. Yeah, for sure. 8K, you'll crush that before NFL season, my man. I bet 10K before NFL season. We'll see, man. You know, again, last year I entered baseball season with 30 subscribers, and then I entered football season with 430. So only 400 subs in 5 months of work. Now, again, I wasn't on every day like I plan on being, or, you know, 6 of the 7 days, you know, essentially is the goal of the channel this summer. But, you know, unless I want to, you know, I don't know. Just depends on, you know, all that stuff. But, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I hope so. Again, it's not like football. Football is king, and it's king for a reason. But, yeah, Keith, looking forward to it. Looking forward to covering more, you know, college football and, you know, Fresno State. I do like, again, the smaller schools. Again, as you know, there's the illegal streams. Don't know if ABC is going to be blocking the games again. If they are, then I can even guarantee probably even more. The heck? A little bug in here. More smaller schools, but if they're not, then I'll do probably one small school, and then the rest would be ABC games. Just depends. It really just depends. Play it by ear. That's all I can do. Play it by ear. But yeah, I really enjoyed covering the smaller schools. Is Fresno, are they going to the Pac, or are they staying in the Mountain West? I think they're going to the Pac. Fresno State. Nice if I could see the schedule for next year. Mountain West. Pac-12 conference. So I wonder what TV rights the Fresno will be, because that'll be, hopefully Pac-12 is on CBS Sports Nation. Pac-12. Have you seen how they're trying to do the same thing with college football playoffs and college basketball, saying Miami, Ohio shouldn't be in? It's unbelievable, man. I mean, it's like people are just. I mean, I left a comment under a post. It's like people love underdog stories, but whenever it happens in real life, it's like, no, we can't have that. I mean, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. Like, why are you trying to go to the table for a 15-14 Auburn? Like, does that really just make you so happy, man? Keeping away a 29-0 or 29-1 if they lose, right? Unbelievable stuff, man. People, I mean, just stupid. No one likes the Cinderella story anymore. They pretend they do. But everyone's just an elitist now. Like, no one's normal anymore. It's just weird. It's just, why? Like, why do you want a 15-14 team in? Like, what is that? Well, I think if they played each other, Auburn probably wins by like 3. Okay, Okay, and who cares? Yeah, no, I did see that, Yin. People are just so bad. You know, it's more the analytical people, which again I thought I would be so big on. Like I remember when that was starting to come out, I thought I was going to be part of all that, loving all that analytics. Now, man, they have ruined a lot of sports. A lot of things have been ruined by, sports have been ruined by a lot of stuff. Analytics is definitely at the top of the list, or near the top. You should have your dad on for one game. I like to see his point of view of the good old days. Yeah, I mean, well, when it comes to college, he doesn't really watch a lot of college. He doesn't really do a lot of college. He actually did for the channel. But, yeah, for the NFL, I mean, yeah, for sure. I'm sure we can make that happen. Maybe we can have both of us are on or something like that. We'll try to make that happen. He definitely has a lot of views and stuff like that, on how the game is now. Honestly, we kind of share a lot. I think we've influenced each other, honestly. But, yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. SEC isn't even close to the best college basketball conference either. Yeah, I don't understand these people. It's so weird. It's just odd. I don't understand. I just want to know actually, there is no logic. I want to know the logic. I actually don't. Because if there is any, it's stupid logic. It's logic that isn't logic. Because there is none. But yeah, let's go ahead and just bang the table for a 15-14 Auburn team. But if that Miami of Ohio team loses in the MAC tournament, then they should be insane stuff. Absolutely insane. Put Auburn over that team. Put the soon to be 15, possibly 16 loss team, Auburn, over them just because of what conference they play in. It's just half the people would hit like and subscribe like I did 2 minutes ago. If just half the people would hit like and subscribe just 2 minutes ago, and the first time I watched you would have at least 3+ times the subscribers you do. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, you're probably right. But the thing is, Ricky, is that people, I don't know. I think I do an okay job. Pretty good. I think I do good. Can I be better? Yes. Do I take plays off? Yeah. Kind of like a Randy Moss type of thing, But it's just that I'm a small channel, and, I've talked with other small streamers that do what I do, or just in general. I mean, it's just, when there's a lot, let's just say right now, I could be doing the same thing I'm saying right now. Could be talking to the chat, talking about Miami of Ohio. If that number, right now there's 20 people in here. Just put another 0. Let's just say there's 200 people. Oh, dude, this guy's good. This guy's great. This guy, I can see why there's a lot of people. I'm going to subscribe because there's a lot of people. It's just the channel size. It's just that it's a small channel. It's just that, he's kind of doing this for fun, or he's doing this, not taking it seriously because he doesn't have a lot of subscribers. If he was actually good, he would have a lot more subscribers. That's really what people think. Or maybe that's not what they outwardly say, but that's what they subconsciously think. But if I had like 1 million subs, like, oh, no, I'm going to sub. Yeah, clearly this guy has an audience, right? People sub. I mean, it's just the way it is. When you're a smaller channel, you have to work harder. And that's fine. I mean, that's kind of the way it is in any other job, right? You start out in a job and you got to start at the bottom. You got to work your way up. That's essentially what it is here as well. It's the same thing. You got to earn your stripes. It's kind of a bummer. I'm not an overnight sensation like other people, but like I said, I've said it over and over. I'm very thankful for you guys. I'm very blessed to have had the growth that I had in a year. Not many people can say that they got 6,000 subs in year one. I mean, I can say that, and that's really, really awesome. I mean, I've caught up to a lot of people, and just shooting for as high as I can do. And again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. even during the off season. Again, football's the main, but I'm going to try to keep this thing going and be as busy as possible because I'm kind of all in. Not like Jerry Jones all in, but, actually all in. So, but thank you guys. But yeah, that's really it. It's a small channel, and people are like, oh, it's a small channel, so I'm not going to sub. That's the way it is. Like, I get subs every day, and then I lose subs. We're not at 67, 50. I've crossed that number twice in the last 3 days. It's just the way it is of a small channel. It's like, just going to unsub. Anyway, we are working our way back here. Again, 2-1 is your score. Boston leading Pittsburgh. At single. Yeah, no, we don't need that. Again, Pittsburgh opened up the scoring with a goal within the first minute from Carlson from way downtown, but Boston has really dominated possession and take control of the game, again, leading 2-1. Face-off happening at center ice, won by Boston. Now the referee going to call it back, so never mind. Again, 40 seconds left in the power play for Pittsburgh. Can they take advantage and score before the odds are even? Won again by Boston. They're just going to flick it down to the far circle. I believe this is Carlson. Carlson flicking it back as Carlson then getting it up the ice, but then taken away by Boston. Boston with an opportunity, but then closing down is Rust. Rust now with it far circle in his own end, sending it back again. 15 seconds left in the power play. They got to push it. Sends it to Raquel. Raquel to Malkin. Flicks it up to Raquel, who sent it to the far corner, but Boston's there to intercept and won back by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh sending it to the near wall where the power play will officially end. So that is a successful power play kill for Boston. Malkin's pushed in the back. Boston with it on the near circle of the Pittsburgh end, but then Pittsburgh winning it back. Raquel to Carlson. Carlson sending it up and poked away by Boston. Then won back by Girard. Girard with it, circling his own goalie down the near circle, sending it off the wall where it's deflected to Swayman, who's just going to down it with 18:57 left to go. Kindle being embraced from behind by a Boston player. Not really a hockey move there. So a face-off ensuing. Again, just under 19 to go in the second period. Happening on the near circle of the Boston area. Kindle with the face-off. Kindle not able to win the face-off. Boston with it far circle, sending it to the near side. Sending it up the wall, where that's going to go for an icing. 18:48 left to go in the second. I'd like to know what all conferences you think better than the SEC. In football, the Big Ten. In basketball, I mean, the Big Ten looks pretty good. Big 12, I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I know you're talking to Ian here, but I agree with you. And there's a few conferences that are. I mean, Florida's really good, but I don't know. I don't know if the other teams are as good or, again, just propped up by the ranking. But I'll have to look at it. As Boston sending it up, Skinner now intercepting it, sending it to Letang. Letang quickly getting it out of there as Novak has his pass intercepted. This is going to be Boston far circle sending it up. And it's going to be deflected to the far corner. And it's won back by Boston from the blue line, sending it to the near corner. Going down to the near circle as it flicks down to the far corner. Boston with it. Oh, swing and a miss by Boston. As that puck glides all the way to the Boston end. Boston with it near side, sending it up the ice. And it's now taken away by Pittsburgh. This is Hayes, sent a shot and snared by Swayman with 18:02 left to go. That'd be actually a nice little conversation to have. Yeah, I'd have to just look at it later. All right, face-off won by Boston. Boston with it on the far side. Now back behind their own goalie, near corner. Sending it up the wall. Clifton in the area trying to win it back for Pittsburgh. But Boston winning it, and an opportunity for Boston, but won by Shea. Shea with it far circle, sending it up the ice, but then sent back to Shea. Shea with it far circle, looking around. Sends it to Acciari. Acciari flicking it ahead to the near corner, where it's going to find a Bruin. Bruin sending it to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it. Here in the near corner once again, Acciari. Acciari getting hit on the wall. 3 Bruins in on Acciari. Acciari trying to win it back. Now taken away by Boston. Now Pittsburgh doesn't know where that is. Oh, man. Now it's back with Boston behind the goalie. Sends it to the far circle, sending it up the ice, where it's going to be sent to Skinner, who sends it to the near wall. Boston, though, with it, near circle, sending it to the near corner, wrapping around to the far corner, finding a Bruin, as it's going to be still with Boston there at the far circle. Send it back to the blue line, near circle, sends a shot deflected away. Nice block there by Pittsburgh. Shea with the punishment. Boston, though, still on their feet. Boston with the near circle, looking around, back to the blue line. Again, going right to left. Sends it in, deflected away. Boston with it near corner. Now haven't lost signal, but it's getting fuzzy. Can't see much. Can't see the players. This is some 1990 stuff here, as I can't see nothing. Shot deflected away. Boston with it near circle, looking around, back to the blue line. Shot is saved by Skinner with 16:19 left to go in the second period. Big 12, way better than the SEC. Big 10 better. Big East and ACC just as good. Yeah, ACC, I know they're down. They've been down the last few years, but I would say they're still holding their own. Yeah, kind of a push there. Big East, the Big East kind of bad this year. I mean, you have the top few teams there, like UConn, St. John's, Villanova. I would probably say the SEC better than the Big East. But yeah, I mean it's close. I mean, I think UConn could do. I think the top teams could definitely play well and do well against the SEC. As Pittsburgh sends a shot off the post. Another shot that's deflected away. Pittsburgh with it. Kindle sending it to Rust on the near wall, and it's taken away by Boston. As soon as they start commentating, Boston then wins it back, as Boston sending it to the far side. Far corner, intercepted by Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon taking a crunch. Raquel now with it behind their own goalie, as Wotherspoon now with a near circle, looking around as he flicks it ahead, and then won by Boston. Boston, yeah, actually, where the camera doesn't know where it is. Boston now with the near circle, crossing center ice, sending it to the near circle of the Pittsburgh area as he glides behind the far side, sending it to the far circle, sending it to the near corner. Boston now with it on the far corner. Pittsburgh now winning it back. Send it to the near corner. Wotherspoon sending it up the ice, finding a Bruin. Bruins now within the near wall. Mark McGuire, appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man, as Pittsburgh winning it. This is Novak down the far side, crossing the blue line, far circle. Novak circled around, sends it in, and Chinikov couldn't quite locate it in time. Sends it back to Gerard. Gerard with it, flicks it ahead, and there's a scrum for it, and Swayman finally downing it with 14:47 left to go in the second period. Appreciate you, Shaman, for tuning back in. Man, that was nice there. Novak got sent down, though. Jeez, Man, oh man, Pittsburgh haven't really had a lot of opportunities. Boston's really been the team that's dominated possession, really. Face-off happening in front of the Boston goalie on the near circle, as we're going to have to switch it out. Novak coming out. Malkin headed in. And face-off won by Boston. Boston with it, sending it to the far wall. Far wall's crossing center ice, near side, flicking it to the near corner. Skinner coming out. Skinner wasn't aware of his surroundings. Luckily, Pittsburgh still with it. Letang to Gerard to Novak, Malkin, and then won back by Boston. Boston now with it. Sent to the near wall. Crossing center ice is Boston, near wall. And, nice getting around the Penguins like that, but Pittsburgh winning it back. Gerard to, Malkin kind of stumbling as Novak's going to have it in the far corner of their own end. Send it back to Letang to Chinikov there to Gerard far circle, sends it to Chinikov going to have to slide it back to Malkin back to Chinikov sends a shot and gloved by Swayman. Nice catch with 13:52 left to go in the second period. You'll find out different in the NCAA tournament, baseball World Series, and when football season starts. Florida's going to win NCAA tournament. In college, Florida, like I said, I think, Ricky, the top, I think Florida's good. I think everyone knows that. But everyone else, I think that's more SEC bias coming in there. I really do. Florida's good, though. The best team I've seen this year is Michigan. Michigan looks really good. I've yet to see Duke play, but I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're pretty good. And obviously football, they haven't even went to the national championship the last 3 years now. College baseball, yeah, for sure, but the SEC has really taken a hit. They've really taken a hit. 14 shots on goal for Boston, 10 for Pittsburgh. Again, Boston leading 3-2 over Pittsburgh. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow for some World Baseball Classic action. And again, I can guarantee you the Chinese Taipei and Australia match, that'll be happening really late. It'll be happening at 10 Eastern time. I know it's ridiculous, but that's when they have it on. And then, I might be doing the USA Rockies. Again, we'll see on that one. I'd like to, but can't really guarantee that right now. Belichick's going to take UNC to the Natty this year? Yeah. Oh, you know it. You know it, man. Face-off won by Boston, far corner of their own end, sending it to the near corner, near circle. He's gliding up the ice, crossing the blue line, crossing center ice, sends it to the far corner, wrap it around to the near corner, and looks like Carlson took a big hit. Boston winning it back, though, in the near corner, send it behind the goalie. Far circle sends it inside, and no one's really able to hold on to it as it glides to the far corner. Pittsburgh trying to win it and trying to get the heck out of there. But Boston winning it back. Now it's Brazeau. Brazeau back to Shea. That's Carlson. Only saw the 5. As it's won back by Brazeau. Brazeau with it far circle. Sends it in. No one's there. As it's deflected to the near wall. Carlson trying to make something happen. Brazeau with it. Brazeau send it to the near side, back to Carlson. Carlson's shot is deflected away. Boston with it in the far corner. Hayes with a big hit. Brazeau with it, far circle, sends it in, where Boston is able to intercept it and start running. They are gliding past center ice, far wall. Taken away by Pittsburgh. This is Hayes. Hayes to Chiari. Chiari has it pickpocketed by Boston. Boston with the near wall. Trying to set it up, and he does. Near wall, looking around, crossing the blue line. Working his way back. Near side, send it to the near circle. Boston sends it back to the blue line. Looking around, sends it in. Back to the blue line. Sends it way downtown, deflected away. Chiari with it. Sends it to the far side. Intercepted by Boston. Boston with it, the blue line. And then one back by Pittsburgh. This is Dewar. Dewar with it. Far circle. As he cuts in. Falls down. Chiari sending it to the far side. I believe that was to Hayes. Hayes to Gerard. Gerard to Letang. Letang mishandles it. won by Boston. 12 to go here in the second period. Boston leading 2-1 over Pittsburgh as the puck will glide to Skinner, who hands it to Letang. Letang sending it up the near board. Won by Boston, sending it to the far corner. Skinner coming out to hold it. Again, Skinner really flirting with danger half the time as he sends a shot from way downtown. Skinner there to glove it with 11:34 left to go in the second period. Man, oh man. So again, 11:34 left to go in the second. Boston leading 2-1, leading in shots on goal as well. Face-off won again by Boston. Sent it to the near corner behind the goalie. Sends it inside, deflected away by Pittsburgh. They'll send it to the far circle. Boston with it behind the goalie. Then won back by Rust. Rust with it near corner. He sends it back to the blue line to Clifton. Clifton over to the far side. Sends it in. And right in front of Swayman. Swayman able to down it with 11:09 left to go in the second period. I don't know if the shot was by Raquel or not. Trying to see. I can't tell who that was. I think it might have been Shea. Yeah, Shea from way downtown. Puck colliding in front. Raquel had an opportunity, but he was kind of getting pushed in the back as well. Face-off happening. 11:09 left to go. As Boston winning the face-off, sending it to the far wall. Now sending it to the near corner. Pittsburgh trying to win it, but Boston with an opportunity. Near circle, far circle, back to the blue line. Sends a shot, and it's deflected away. Kindle trying to whack it free, and he, well, is unable to do so, as now they're all against the wall. Clifton now with it, sending it to, I believe this is Rust. Rust with it near side, sending it to the far corner, or it's back with Boston. Boston with it far wall, sent to the near wall. Knocked away, but then Boston winning it back, sending it to, well, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh intercepting it, sending it to the near corner, and now there's a whistle with 10:26 left to go in the second. My headset coming up. You can see how the headset messes up the hair. I don't actually have no idea why they whistled it. What does the website say? I don't see what. I don't think the website announced why they did. I don't know. That was kind of odd. 10:26 left to go here in the second. Face-off won by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh sending it to the near wall. No one's really there. Now it's whacked to the near corner, where Boston will have it. Cuts outside. Won by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it at the blue line. Send it to the far circle. Novak with it. Looking around, and now it's bumped by Boston. Carlson, though, winning it back, as it's deflected all the way to the Pittsburgh end. You're having your tooth pulled tomorrow. That's not good, Matthew. As Boston now with it near wall. Looking around, and he falls down. Pittsburgh now with it in the near corner in the form of Carlson. He sends it over to the far side to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon sends it up, connecting to Novak. Novak to Chinakhov. Chinakhov crossing the blue line. Flew. Far circle. Shot is deflected away. Good save by Swayman. As Boston now with it, 9:35 left to go in the second. Again, leading 2-1. Boston sending it far side. Back to the middle. Far circle. Nice passing. Shot is saved by Skinner. And a delayed penalty. We'll see what the penalty is. This is a big game for playoff positions. Yeah. Both teams in playoff positioning. Yeah, can't quite see who did what there. Let me see. Looks like it's going to be a power play for Boston. Chinakhov with the high sticking. Oh, man, that's not good. So Boston will be playing with a 5-on-4 for about 2 minutes. No bueno. When is your next game? I can guarantee you tomorrow night for the World Baseball Classic. That'll be between Chinese Taipei, which was a pain in the butt to figure out how to thumbnail that, but we did make it happen. Versus Australia. That's going to be happening at 10 Eastern time. That's going to be a late game. So, you know, I totally get it. My Eastern time zone people are going to be probably asleep. So I'll be doing that one. And then we might do another baseball game, which will be earlier, maybe. Again, depends. USA Rockies. There was an illegal stream today, which kind of, you know, was a bummer for the channel. See if it hurts the channel in the long run. But, yeah, so we might do that. Next, hockey, don't know. Again, I have a thumbnail made for Thursday night. Unsure if I do it or not, as I don't know what the plans are for that day. But the thumbnail's already been made for Pittsburgh and Buffalo this Thursday night. But again, I don't want to say I'm doing it and then not do it. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Again, feel free again to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. And again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. Again, it is free. As Boston now with it in their own end, winning the faceoff. Again, they have a 5-on-4 power play with 1:47 left to go in the second period. 9:10 left to go in general for the second period, as Boston working their way down now to the near side, near circle, cutting in, sends it inside. Could not connect on the pass, as Dewar is able to flick it ahead to the near corner of the Boston end. The only thing I know going on with former coach Belichick is his girlfriend. Hope when I'm his age, you're as lucky as he is. I don't know. She seems to be I don't know. I think, yeah, I don't know. Actually, we won't really comment on that. We'll save that for future delay. As Pittsburgh's able to send it to the Boston side. 1:05 left to go in the power play, as she sends it back here to the near side, near wall, looking around. Sends it in and taken away by Rust. Rust to Kindle. Kindle racing down the near side. Near circle, looking around again. It's a 4-on-5 for Pittsburgh, as now he's pickpocketed away. He was the only one down for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh doing a good job. And it looks like Kindle. Ooh. Wow. So it looks like it's a too many men penalty for Boston. Wow. Come on, Pittsburgh. Yeah, we need something. So too many men on the ice for Boston. That's kind of a, well, it's a bummer for them, as they, again, had a advantage. Now they're going to eliminate that advantage. But, yeah, I like Coke. Coke's pretty good. I do prefer Dr. Pepper. I'm a Dr. Pepper guy. I'm a Dr. Pepper guy. In fact, I like it so much that it is a temporary emoji for channel members. Temporary, because that one and the Pop-Tart one will most likely be replaced very soon. As during baseball season, I'll have like whoever's pretty much playing, whatever teams are, I'll have them taking those two spots. So it's a 4-on-4 for 40 seconds. So again, it kind of you're shooting yourself in the foot for Boston, again, with the too many men. And then Pittsburgh will have a power play for about 1:20. Boston with it, 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4, near wall, looking around in his own territory, gliding now to Pittsburgh, far side, far circle, sends it back to the blue line, near circle, could not quite get the shot off, near wall, far circle, gliding behind Skinner, he falls down, Gerard trying to poke it loose, but Boston still with it in the near corner. As now Hayes dishing out some punishment. 5 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Sends it back behind to Skinner, but then lost by Hayes. So it's a successful power play kill, and now it's a 5-on-4. Letang with it. Sends it back to Chinikov. Chinikov has it deflected back to him. Chinikov sending it up, and, well, now it's with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it. Chinikov sends it far circle to Rust. Rust to Letang. Letang back to Raquel. Chinikov with a near circle, looking around, back to the blue line, Raquel sends it to the far circle, shot is deflected away by Swayman. Russ trying to get it there, cannot. Malkin now with it near side, sending it to the far corner. This is Carlson, some changes for Pittsburgh. Malkin to Raquel near circle. 40 seconds left on the power play. Back to Malkin, and there's a shot and a little bit off there. Another shot deflected away. Malkin with it. Back to Carlson. 33 seconds left. Back to Malkin. Far circle sends a shot. That's going to be a little bit away. Malkin winning it back. Carlson near circle sends it far circle. Rust was a little bit out of position. Rust now sending it to Raquel back behind the goalie. As Raquel sends it back to the point. With Clifton. Clifton to Carlson. Carlson back to Clifton. Or probably Samantha with the shot. That's going to be deflected away. Puck is going to be down with 8 seconds left. And looks like Boston not letting Rust up for some reason. 7 seconds left on the power play. 6:12 left to go in the second period. Again, Boston leading 2-1 over Pittsburgh. You love Dr. Pepper Zero? It's okay. It's okay. Actually, I don't really like it. I'm not going to lie to you. I did like the Dr. Pepper 10 when that came out for a little bit. But I need the calories. I need the sugar. Yeah, I can't really do Coke Zero. And, of course, my dad would gaslight me. He would always buy Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper, and he'd say, you can't even taste the difference. I'm like, you can clearly taste the difference. Like, at first, I actually bought it. You know, propagandized. Oh, the referee falling down on the faceoff. Pittsburgh with it. 3 seconds left. Shot is saved by Swayman. And that's going to be a power play kill with 6:04 left to go in the second period. Now there's some pushing and shoving by Boston. Boston not liking Malkin. I don't know what Malkin did. Let's go. Pittsburgh score right before. Fight. Yeah, we need yeah. We need this game. We do. We need a fight or a score, something. Tries to releasing Bobby Okereke. Oh, wow. Okereke. Okereke. 6:04 left to go. Again, power play kill successful by Boston. Boston winning the faceoff down the near wall as he sends it crossing center ice down to the near side. Pittsburgh trying to get it loose, and they do. Pittsburgh with it, sending it back as Letang's going to circle back into his end. How's it going, Carl? Good to see you. It's been an okay game. Pittsburgh has struggled. They had the actual opening goal with a minute into the game, but Boston scoring 2 goals within a minute of each other, as that's a swing and a miss there by Boston, as Skinner's going to go ahead and down with 5:30 left to go in the second period. But yeah, no goals scored, no goals at all in the second period. 2-1 Boston leading over Pittsburgh as we head to another commercial break. I, of course, will stay right here because I don't really do commercials. Wouldn't that be something for me to do commercials like, hey, I'll be back in 30 seconds, and then I click something, and then it plays a video? I could probably do that, to be honest with you. I might do it. I don't know. It'd probably just be me goofing off and promoting the channel or something like that, or I don't know. Might do something like that. Or maybe I I wouldn't do like, hey, stay tuned for like more broadcasts. I think that'd just be like, for individual broadcasts, that'd be a lot of work. But I think that'd be interesting. Good to see you, Miss Tammy. Appreciate you for tuning in. Boston leading 2-1. Doing well, thanks. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Hanging out. Just, yeah. And again, if you're new here, make sure again to like and subscribe, folks. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games Penguins again. It's really only Penguins hockey when it comes to hockey on the channel. I did the Olympics. When it comes to hockey, we'll just do the Penguins. Now, if you are a Boston Bruins fan, again, my word for you, well, if you're a Red Sox fan or a Patriot fan, we do, again, a lot of NFL. Football, again, is the big thing on the channel. Again, we cover every team, not just Steelers. We cover at least 3 games every Sunday. 4 if we do the international games. What's the word on Crosby injury and timing back? So he's expected back at the end of March, pretty much. So about 3 or 4 more weeks. 4 more weeks, really. Maybe 3.5. Yeah, it's not looking good, JJ. How's your ankle? So it's better than it was last Tuesday when I sprained it, but it still hurts, but it's okay. To be honest, I haven't taken it as lightly as I should have, and that's on me, but no, I do appreciate it, though. It's definitely much better. I'm able to walk around and do all that good stuff. But if I step on uneven ground, which is what outside is, it's not level at all outside, a lot of bumps. It's rough. I believe that was Dewar in front of goal, but Boston able to flick it free. Boston now with it in their own end, but then won back by Hayes. Hayes sending it back to Dewar, and then he's crunched. Hayes still with it behind the goalie. Boston trying desperately to get it out of there, and they do. Boston now with a near circle. Flicks it to the near wall. Looking around, sends it back to the far side where it's taken away by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it, Letang. Letang to the far side. I believe this is Girard. Back to Letang. Letang cutting inside. Near circle, looking around. Sends it middle. Shot is deflected away. Malkin with it. Sends it back to Shea. Shea is bumped. Malkin trying to get it back, and Malkin with the turnover. Oh, a bad pass. Boston with it down the far wall, but then won back by Letang, who sends it to the near side. This is Chinikov. Chinikov with it near circle, and could not quite get the shot off as the puck collides to the goalie with 4:26 left to go in the second. How's it going, Irville? Good to see you. Appreciate you for tuning in for game number 2, the final game of the day here on the Dr. Delay Network. Boston again leading 2-1 over the Penguins. We're coming off a 5-0 win against the Golden Knights. But right now this offense has been shut down as really Boston again has had most of the possession. Face-off happening in the Boston area, won by Pittsburgh. Shea whacking it to the far side, far corner, and he's being grabbed. I believe that's, it's back to Clifton at the point. He sends it up to Novak. Novak trying to get it loose here on the near wall, and he loses possession. Boston now sending it and just clearing it to Skinner. Skinner's now going to hold it. This is to Shea. Shea with it behind his own goalie. 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Sending it to Clifton. Clifton racing down, crossing center ice, crossing the blue line. And, he could not get the shot off as he was pickpocketed. Boston now with it. 3:50 left to go. Connecting on a pass at center ice, but then deflected away by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh trying to get something happen, but then Boston winning it back in their own end. Far circle looking around, sending it to the near circle of their own end, crossing the blue line, sends it and crossing center ice, crossing the blue line here on the far side. Far circle looking around for Boston. Boston looking around, sends it in and could not quite read the passes. Rust is there to take it away, deflecting into the near corner of the Boston end. As Raquel couldn't quite get there in time. Rust trying to win it back. Pittsburgh with it. This is Carlson. Carlson looking around. Sends a shot just a wide. Another opportunity right in front of goal. Just send it wide. Back to Carlson. Shot is also wide of the far corner. And an opportunity for Boston. But Carlson is able to get it as it glides into their own end. 3 minutes to go. And Boston with an opportunity. Far circle. Looking around. Sends it in. And it's whacked away by Pittsburgh. Russ now with it down the near wall, just trying to get it out of there, as Boston now has it in their own end. Near wall, and Pittsburgh just whacking it down. And that's going to be an icing with 2:38 left to go in the second period. Smash that like button, everyone. Yes. Thank you very much, Orville. It definitely helps out the channel. Definitely does. Again, I got farmed earlier by the illegal streams of the baseball game, so that did hurt the channel. It's going to hurt it. So we need some good performances by the World Baseball Classic to kind of cancel out what happened with the baseball stream earlier. The illegal streams were just too much. They were just too much. It is what it is. All right, face-off won by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it down the far side, sending it to the Boston end. Boston now with it, sending it down the middle. Far circle. Shot is deflected away. Rust there hands it off to Mantha. Mantha had to turn around, couldn't quite figure it out. But Rust now taking it away. Sends it in. Shot is deflected. Kindle with the shot. Kindle couldn't quite hold on to it. Far side for Boston. Boston now near circle, sending it to the far wall. Their own end. Far wall, sending it up and deflected away by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh trying to win it back in Mantha. Mantha to Brazel. Brazel with it. Near circle. Shot is deflected away by Swayman. Boston trying to get it out of there. They have it in the near corner. And now it's taken away by Letang. Letang with the near circle. Sends it in. Deflected away. 1:43 left to go in the second period. Delayed penalty. So Pittsburgh will be a man down. Letang can't believe it. And now Pittsburgh is going to be shorthanded for the end of the second period. What, Doc? Yeah, no, the illegal streams on ESPN or, on YouTube. So, yeah. Yeah, that was rough. But anyway, so yeah, bad performances can actually hurt the channel. It's like, wait, why didn't people show up? What happened? So, I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever, but it's just, I didn't know. That's why I try not to cover a game that's being shown on YouTube. There's a lot of reasons. One, people rather watch the game. I don't blame them, but also the turnout will be a lot lower. So, yeah, that's why we need some good performances to kind of cancel it out and get YouTube back on our side. That's what we want. Face off there with 1:35 left to go in the second period. And face off going to be won by Pittsburgh. This is Shea. Shea with a near corner as he deflects it all the way to the end. Oh, man. Right behind Swayman. 1:24 left to go in the second period. Boston with it, crossing the blue line. They're just going to send it back. 1:20 left to go. Crossing center ice. As now Shea's going to win it. Sending it to Clifton. Clifton just sending it down. Ooh, Boston with the near circle. Near circle. Didn't clear it perfectly. Send it back. Shot is deflected away. 87 mile per hour on the shot. Someone took a beating. 53 seconds left to go here in the second period. Again, 1:15 left to go in the power play. Boston will start off the third period with an extra man as the pass is deflected away, but Boston's still with it on the near circle. Sends it back to the point, near circle, back to the point, back to the blue line, back to the far side, far circle. 33 seconds left to go. Back to the point, looking around, sends it back to the far circle, looking around. Shot is just wide. Boston desperately trying to get it out of there. As Pittsburgh playing defense. Boston sends a shot. That's deflected away. 15 seconds left. Boston with it. Far circle. Far circle again. Looking around. 5 seconds left. Well, they're not even shooting. Sends it in. That's deflected away. And you got to not like if you're Boston, you don't like what you saw, or the Boston fans, because they were just kind of holding on to it. So that is the end of the second period. No goals. 2-1 is your score. Agree with your NCAA assessment. Oh, yeah, I agree as well. I worked 13 hours today. Just got home. Wanted to be here. I appreciate it, Miss Tammy. Sorry you couldn't be here. No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. It's really, again, more for the lives whenever it's like live. But yeah, bad performance. Yeah, I don't know. I probably don't need to worry about it, but because just have the belief that it's going to be okay anyway. But yeah, again, whenever they show the game on YouTube, it definitely hurts. It hurts smaller streamers like I. And that's why I tend to just not even do them. Just like, well, accept that it's not going to work out. But what can you do? What can you do? What's for dinner? I had a 6-inch Subway sandwich before I got on here, which was a foot long yesterday, but I only ate 6 inches yesterday, so I'll save the other just before. I don't know. I might need a snack on something before, because I am kind of a little hungry. Didn't really eat too much. Trying to watch what I eat, of course. Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot about the election night stuff. I'm going to have to look at all that after. Shouldn't be penalized. Yeah, it's just the way it is. It's the way it is, you know. Keep on. I will. I'll keep on keeping. That's all I can do. All I can do. Today was it's a rough day, but it happens. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, if you're new to the channel, make sure again to like and subscribe. It is free. I promise. Won't be a bill sent to you by any means. And again, we'll be calling a bunch of stuff. That's what we do on the channel. We call a bunch of stuff. A lot of NFL, a lot of MLB, and of course we're doing a little bit of hockey as well. And we'll be doing again some college basketball. I've already done plenty of college basketball. We're doing some more very soon as March Madness starts. And again, with all these conference tournaments, unsure which ones. And again, tomorrow I'll be doing some baseball. Baseball again tonight. Or tomorrow night we'll be doing Chinese Taipei and Australia. Picked up some Cajun turkey on the way home, sandwiches and Pop-Tarts. There you go. There you go. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Have I had Cajun turkey? Have I? I feel like I've had so much different types of sliced turkey. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about sliced turkey, or you're talking about actual, like sandwich meat turkey. I mean, I'm assuming with the sandwiches there. Type it in Cajun turkey. I feel like I've had that. Kind of looking around. Flavorful. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They have so many different variants of turkey. I think my favorites. Oh, what is my favorite? I can't even think of it now. It's not mesquite. I don't remember. Deli slice. Yeah, I feel like I've had that. I can't think of it now. I don't know. Do you think the Pens will make the playoffs? Yes, I do. I do think so. They are pretty solid. Again, obviously, trying to hold down the fort, without Crosby. But no, they're pretty good. Again, they're well ahead of where everyone thought they would be. Let me go ahead and show you here the standings. Again, Pittsburgh second in the Metropolitan. They have some cushion. Again, the wild card, the 6 games above the last team, out. Or I guess the first team out, and they have 3 less games played. So you gotta like their chances. I mean, just hold down the fort till Crosby gets back, and you gotta feel like, hey, they'll go full speed ahead. I mean, they've been pretty good. And Boston, again, they're not too shabby themselves. Again, what is that, the 5th or 6th best scoring differential, which, that's not everything, but it's something, right? So, again, they're in the top 8. So, you gotta like what you're looking at for these teams tonight. Like Donnie Shell. Appreciate you. Number 31, 32. Hi, Tris Mesquite smoked. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good on that. Mesquite, honestly, you like mesquite. I'm not really mesquite. Black Forest ham, again, not really a ham guy. I do like the Genoa salami. That's like a must. Gotta have salami. And gotta have that Boston Boston? I don't know. Boston. Oh, Pittsburgh ties it up. I know. We need something. At least get a point out of this. Take it to overtime or something, right? That's all we need. Number 31. Yeah, 31 is not. I'm seeing 32 on my end. So Franco Harris. Well, thank you. Again, 31 to 32. That's good. Over 30 likes. I'll take it. Sorry I missed the other. No, don't worry about it, Michael. Appreciate you for tuning in. Now. Again, it was just. I was set up to fail. YouTube let me down. But there's a lot of interest for it, so. Oh, well. Rams Chiefs talking about a possible trade. Really? Really? Who's on the move there for both teams? Boston. Yeah, Boston. Yeah, I'm just a failure at the English language. Unsure who I'll raid to redirect. I don't know who's going to be on. JJ's there. Football Nation actually not having a good night himself. Does that mean Philly take with RB is crushing it right now? I bet he is. I bet he is right now. 273. Wow. So even the top play-by-play guy of YouTube is having an off night. Maybe it's just everybody. Maybe it's just no one's interested. Well, I mean, again, I know everyone's interested with the illegal stream, but interesting. Interessante. Boston, yeah. Over, yeah, no, for sure, Michael. Hopefully, I don't know, aspirin or whatnot. I think we have ibuprofen. Now, what do we have here? Yeah, we have ibuprofen. That's what we do over here. There's a lot of Boston streamers. Yeah, that's tough. Well, that's noted. That's noted for the future. A lot of Boston streamers. Wow. Interessante. Rams have 2 first-round picks. Okay, interesting. Play-by-play with JJ is the way today. Gotcha. All right, play-by-play with JJ it is. Let's see. Chiefs have Trent McDuffie. Oh. Okay, well, interesting. I don't know. I think all the trade stuff can happen, I think, officially next Wednesday. Or, I don't know. I can't remember. Let me set it up. Redirects. Sinbin's doing the Vegas and Buffalo. Snowman. No. Okay, there he is. There's JJ again. Right after this game, we'll send you over if you want some more play-by-play. Always just leave a like over there if helps him out. But that's still plenty of time. What is Boston Bruin for the next raid? I don't know. Probably some more goals. That's what it looks like. One more goal. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Thanks for posting, stopping in for update. Yeah, no, yeah, I appreciate you, RB. Yeah, just been a rough day for the Penguins. I mean, honestly, they've been kind of outmatched. They really have been. I'm still dumbfounded that there's no like actual Penguin streamer that does all their games. That's crazy. I don't know. I just figured that Pittsburgh would have a lot more content creators like the Penguins. No, that's shocking. There's not even one for the Pirates. I'm about to be the Pirates guy. That's crazy to me. I figured, I mean, again, I can understand the Pirates thing, but I mean, the Penguins have had like a lot of success. I mean, it's just weird. But Boston, they have like 4 people. 4 people. It's unbelievable. Outmatched, but only down 1. Yeah, I know. It's just not looking good. It's not looking good. Yeah, they're showing some stuff, from the game. Pittsburgh just not able to capitalize the few chances that they've had. Hope not. Hope not. What are you hoping not? Oh, you're hoping not for the Bruin. Yeah, could be worse. Dr. Lay. I'm a long-suffering Flyers fan. At least we're ahead of the pathetic Rangers. Yeah, well, you'll never guess who lost to the Rangers the other day. So the Rangers, yeah, worst team in the Eastern Conference, and the Penguins lost in overtime to them in a shootout. Worst team in the Eastern Conference, 54 points. Only the St. Louis Blues and Vancouver Canucks are worse. They, of course, play in the Western Conference. Man, Vancouver's actually genuinely terrible. Oh, my gosh. They've only won 18 games this year, and they've lost 42. Jeez. Yeah, that's not good. Let's see here. Pittsburgh Skeens and the 8 Stooges. Yeah. Rangers are so bad this year, yeah. And we lost them. Dr. Lay will be 2-6 calling the Penguins after tonight. 12-3 last 15 when Dr. Lay does not call the games. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I might just not. I don't know. I want to do it. But yeah, maybe for the betterment of the Penguins, I just stop. I don't know. Maybe they come back and win this, okay? But yeah, it's not looking good. Well, I think all but one went to overtime. Doc is just going to have to call the games of the teams playing the Penguins. Yes, I'm the anti-Penguin streamer. That's the goal. That's what it is. I just got to trick them. Exactly, Denny. But that is true. That is true. That the Penguins have lost way more with me on the call than won. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is the one that does it in. Probably not. I don't know. I think I'll cover a little bit more. I do enjoy it. I genuinely do. I'm not going to cover something I don't want to. I don't know. There was just nothing that really appealed to me in the basketball world tonight. Nothing was like I have to cover. There's Oregon and Illinois, but the only thing that was kind of interesting was Georgetown St. John's, which that's a close game. I kind of regret not, but that could have been pretty fun. That could have been a good turnout. What can you do? Make your bed, you lay in it, folks. I made that up stat, but I know it's close. It is close. You're right. You are correct. It's something like that. I can't remember what it is, but it is close. There are a few Bruins announcers on YouTube, but I'm not a huge fan of them. The only time I don't watch delay is for the Pats and Red Sox games. I have a dedicated Boston YouTube commentator for those games. Gotcha. Just out of curiosity, and who is it, if I may ask? I've been looking again, just like I always like looking at like who covers what. Big Yankees fan. No love for Boston. Yeah. One critique is that you always apologize when you show slight bias during Steelers game. Part of the reason I watch the Pats and Red Sox game with the commentators is because they're biased. That's fair. I mean, I don't know. It's just like I am a Steelers guy, right? But I don't want to be. I don't know. Like I don't want all that to be like, oh, you're a Steeler fan. I don't want to subscribe. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, man. I try to be as unbiased as possible, but whenever the Steelers got their butts kicked, it was really frustrating. I really couldn't hide my disappointment. That was really embarrassing. That was really infuriating. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you might be right. You might maybe I just lean into the Pittsburgh thing. If we can just get to one score, I don't care. If a lucky score, I want to go overtime. Yeah, just get. We need a point. If we can take a point, we'll take it. Passion is part of the game. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Very passionate, but, I do want to try to be as unbiased. Pats and Sox commentary watches Hogdale. He just got a Barstool gig, which I'm not that hyped, but the content is still the same, except for when they force him to stream in the office. Hogdale. Looks like we're returning to action very soon. I don't know if we're going now. Does he delete? Does he delete stuff? He only has 59 videos. Or is this a backup channel? Or did he just start? Interesting. Okay. He's got if he only has 59 videos, he's got 3,000 subs, so definitely getting a lot of subs per video for sure. All right, face-off won by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has it in their own end with under 20, again, just starting the third period, 20 minutes to go in regulation, 15 seconds left to go in the power play. It's Pittsburgh just sending it all the way down. Boston now with it. Crossing center ice, flicking it to the near wall. Again, just 5 seconds off the power play, near circle. Sends it behind the goalie. Far circle. Power play is going to be killed. Boston still with it. Sends it next to goalie. Sends it inside. Deflected away. Pittsburgh now with it. This is Mantha. Mantha with it down the near wall. He sends it up to, I believe that's a Chari. Chari sends it to the near corner. Dewar's in the area. Sending it back to Carlson. Carlson back to Kindle. Kindle sending it back to Carlson. Far circle of their own end. Looking around, send it to the far side, crossing center ice, sending it to the far wall. Kendall with it, far circle, shot, it's deflected. That was a nice shot from a really tight angle. Pittsburgh still with it. Carlson with a shot, that's deflected away. Kendall right in front of goal. Kendall slamming it off the post. Raquel slammed against the wall. Trying to keep it. He does have it in the near corner. Looking around to Wotherspoon, sends it to the blue line. Cuts inside, and he's tripped. And that is indeed going to be a penalty for Boston, and Pittsburgh will have an opportunity with a 5-4 advantage. Relay is full of passion. I'm okay. I try to be as energetic as possible. I do enjoy, again, I love sports. I'm a sports guy. Middle stat, 2 minutes for tripping. So, yes, the Penguins will have a man advantage. He went viral during the Red Sox playoffs for his call, and Dave Portnoy hired him just for that. Wow. That is pretty cool. Not that, I personally not a fan of Barstool, but I just think, I don't know, something about it just don't like. But that's cool, though. Good for him. 1:50 left to go here in the power play. Carlson with it, near circle, far circle. Never really going to criticize someone for, trying to better themselves. You know, that guy. So good stuff, though. Mantha with it, near circle, near corner. As he sends it to the far circle, Rust back to Carlson. Carlson back to Mantha. Mantha back to Carlson, back to Mantha, near circle. Sends it in, deflected away. And looks like Boston's able to whack it free. Actually, no, they're taking it down. Far circle, one-on-one with the defender, and he's not able to slam it free. Boston playing a little offense. Now it's taken by Rust. Rust now with it. It's going to be a 4-on-3 for the moment. Rust with it, cutting inside. Raquel, near circle, and then it's gliding all the way to the near corner. Boston able to flick it ahead with 1 minute left to go in the power play. Here is Gerard. Gerard with it, near circle, near wall. This is Chinikov. Chinikov crossing center right, sending it to the far side, sending it to the near wall. This is Gerard with it again. He's cutting to the near circle, sending it back to Kindle. Kindle back to the far circle. Send it to Novak behind the goalie. Novak with it in the far corner. He's being manhandled, though, by Boston. Forcing the pass. Gerard with it, near circle, sending it to Novak. Novak again being pushed up against the wall. And then it's won by Boston, and now they send it all the way back with 20 seconds left to go. Kindle with it, racing down, crossing center ice, far side. Kindle sending it behind to the near corner. Novak with it. Novak's with it at the near circle, sending it back, and that's going to glide past. So another power play kill, as Pittsburgh not able to take advantage on power plays tonight. 25 shots on goal for Pittsburgh, 23 for Boston. Really doesn't feel like it, but it is, as there's another shot on goal that's deflected away. Hayes in the area, but won by Clifton. But now Boston winning it in the near corner. Looking around. As Pittsburgh just trying to win it back, and they do. Achari sending it inside. This is Hayes. Hayes with it, far circle. Cutting back around to the far side. Clifton. Shea with it. Sends it in. Just wide. Another shot. Deflected away. Boston now with an opportunity. Racing down. Crossing center ice. Far circle. And now there's a little bit of a push. Shea with it. Shea taking a bump. Sends it to Clifton. Clifton far wall. Connecting on a pass. Now connecting on another pass to the near side to Shea. Shea with it near side. Shea with it, circling the goalie, far circle, sends it back, sends it to Chinikov, near circle, back to the point. This is Shea. Shea sends it to Chinikov, back to Malkin. Malkin with it, back to Carlson at the blue line. Carlson to Malkin. Malkin to Shea. Shea to... Can't even see who this is, but he sends a shot deflected away. Chinikov with it, far wall. Far circle, back to Shea. Shea with it to Carlson, near circle. Looking around. Carlson back to the blue line, sending it to Novak, who's also at the blue line. Looks like they're going to settle down. Now Novak making his play, sending it to the far side. And, a lazy pass, and Boston now with it. Near side, crossing center ice. Blue line. Boston with it again, and it's going to be won by Novak. Novak far wall. As now it's poked away by Boston. Boston sending it to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it in their own end. Letang. Letang to Kindle. Kindle to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon sending it and deflecting off the goalie. Able to get out of there. As Boston has it taken away by Raquel. Raquel with it. Raquel to Kindle. Kindle trying to muscle away, but Boston winning it. Rust has it taken away by Boston. Boston with it, sending it to the near side. Intercepted by Kindle. Kindle with it at the blue line, near circle. Cutting back, sends it across to the far wall. Gerard with it, far corner. Sends it to the near corner to Raquel. Raquel sends it to the near circle. Rust with a shot off the leg of a Boston player. Rust with it. Behind the goal, he sends it to Raquel. He's swinging to miss. Kindle with another shot in front of goal, and it's deflected away. The Boston crowd liking it. Letang. Letang to Kindle. Kindle with it at the near circle. Sends it back to Raquel. Back to Gerard. Gerard near circle. Shot is saved by Swayman with 13:52 left to go in the first period. All right, let's see what we got here. And appreciate you guys for the compliments. Appreciate you guys. He deletes and is more popular on Twitch. Okay, gotcha. Streams every... That's shocking. Twitch. I really want to get into Twitch. I really need to do both at the same time. Again, thank you, Miss Tammy. Appreciate it. UConn men and women. Yeah, they look pretty good. Not a Barstool fan. Yeah, I don't know. Barstool, I don't know. Not a fan. Swayman settled down. He has. Who is New England Sports Nation? They are streaming audio of the game. Yeah, I know. It's kind of a bummer. I don't know what you can and can't do on that. I've been told you can't do that, but people do it, so no idea. I don't know what you can and can't do, but yeah, he's dominating right now. It's got like 200 people now, 100 people. It's got the audio of the game. He says he does baseball videos, storm chasing, ranting sports, and by he means whatever radio station that he takes from, because that is what he does. And yes, kind of framing it in a negative light, because that, I don't know, that's not authentic. That's YouTube. It's tough. It's tough if you're not established. I mean, that's just the reality of it. You gotta overcome a lot of obstacles. Looks like we're back. Pittsburgh, 29 shots on goal, 23 shots on goal for Boston. I'll have to look up him on Twitch. Because, yeah, I mean, I only have 40 followers on Twitch. That's going to be an icing with 1343. I started it up again just a month ago, and then I just stopped. It's more for video games. I don't know. The play-by-play stuff, from what I've gathered, sports just does not do well unless it's soccer. Soccer does really well on Twitch. Face-off happening in front of the Boston goalie on the near side. Face-off won by Boston. 13:40 left to go here in the third period. Again, Boston leading 2-1. 2-1 as Hayes winning it back for Pittsburgh. Sending it to Mantha. Mantha on the far side. Sending it to Novak. Sends it inside, and it's going to be deflected away as Boston with it on the near corner. Looking around, sending it to the far side where Letang is with it. And a bad pass. Letang sending it to Boston. Boston crossing the blue line. Sends it inside, and Pittsburgh able to whack it free for the moment. As Boston with it in their own end. And a big hit as that's sent out to play with 13:09. Pardon me. Left to go in the third period. Watching on TV when you're partially back. Well, appreciate you, Draven. Who was doing? Oh, yeah, I already saw that. Did you say UConn? This guy, UConn. Icon all. Pittsburgh plays a game that has an off day. Plays a game that has an off day. Plays a game that has an off day. It's like that until the end of March. That's what the Olympics. That's what the Olympics does to an NHL season. As they gotta cram all these games. A little bit of a scrum there in the far corner, or pardon me, the near corner of the Pittsburgh end. No one's really moving. I don't know who's gatekeeping the puck. Can't really tell, but can tell you this. The puck is in the air, and it's with Boston. Boston sending it behind Skinner. Principal Skinner as Dewar sends it to Shea. Shea with it on the near corner. Sending it to the far wall to Dewar. Dewar sending it to the far corner of Boston, where Boston will have it for the moment. Pittsburgh trying to get it free. Hayes doesn't know where it is. And Boston sending it down. Boston with it on the near side. He sends it in. And actually it went off a Penguin player as it glides into the Boston end. Sending it now to the near corner where Skinner's going to come out and hand it off to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon sends it up to Malkin. Malkin to... that was Chinakhov, but it's deflected away by Boston. Boston within the near corner. Pittsburgh trying to whack it free, and they kind of do. Send it back to the far corner of Pittsburgh. Connecting on a pass to Novak. Novak to Malkin. Malkin with it. Sends it to the far side, and it's taken away, but Pittsburgh winning it again. Carlson. Carlson couldn't quite handle it, and Boston with an opportunity. Far side, far wall. Sends it in. Pittsburgh's defense able to close it down. Carlson with the puck as he sends it up. and it's going to be deflected away by Boston. Watching the A-team. Well, that's cool, I guess. As it's flicked ahead to the near corner of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it on the far wall, looking around, setting it up. And it's going to be with Boston. Boston now sending it to the Pittsburgh corner, near corner. Down to the far corner where Letang is. Letang setting it up. This is Kindle. Kindle racing down to the far circle. Sends it behind the goalie, Swayman, where Gerard will have it. Then he's shoved to the ground as Boston now with it on the near wall. Racing down to the near circle. Laying the hit on Letang. Letang trying to win it back. Looks like Boston now with it far circle. Shot is deflected away. Oh, man. Boston still with it at the blue line. Sending it near side. Again, appreciate you, Daniel, for tuning in. Good to see you. As Boston with it near corner. Near circle. He's looking around. Sending it to the far side at the blue line. Now he sends it behind the goalie. Near circle. Looking around. Blue line. Back to the far side. Sends it in, and that's deflected away. And now Pittsburgh with it. Kindle. Kindle crossing center ice. Has his pass deflected by Raquel. And actually, it's going to be offside. So never mind. 10:05 left to go in the third period. Boston leading 2-1 over Pittsburgh. Destroy the van. Nice. Good night. Good night, Matthew. Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. All right. Face-off won by Boston. Boston with it near circle. Sends it up. Where Boston will have it at center ice. Crossing center ice. Far circle. Far circle. Sends it. And it's saved by Skinner. Oh, Skinner didn't quite hold on to it. Boston with it now. Behind the goalie. He tried to slam it home but could not connect. Far corner. Back to the blue line. Sends it behind the goalie. Pittsburgh trying to get it. Shea could not quite get it. Swing and a miss there by Boston. As now Mantha has it. Mantha to Hayes. Hayes cutting inside. Hayes. Far circle. Shot is deflected by Swayman. Hayes with it again. And then he's pickpocketed by Boston. Boston now with it. Crossing the center line. Far circle. Boston. Shot is off the mark. Boston with a near circle, sending it inside, intercepted by Chinakhov. Chinakhov, though, quickly taken away. Boston with it now. Opportunity for Boston, near circle. He takes a bump as the puck glides to the far side, sending it in middle. Shot is deflected away. Boston with it again, back to the blue line, sending it to the near corner. Near circle. Pittsburgh trying to claim it back, and for the moment, Clifton does have it. Now it's with Novak. Novak taking a bump there, as now it's deflected all the way to Malkin. Malkin up the middle, but then Boston winning it back. And now Novak with an opportunity, sends it back. Carlson's shot deflected away. And saved by with 8:28 left to go in the third. Swayman, again, has been pretty solid since the first minute of the game. Again, first minute of the game, he allowed a goal from way downtown, but since then, been pretty good. Need a score? We do. Penguins need something. They do indeed need that. Appreciate you guys again for tuning in. Jarkson Profar apparently has tested positive and will be suspended all 132 games. Or probably 162 games. What a bum. What a bum. But again, folks, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. Cover a lot of stuff here. Again, tomorrow I'll be doing the World Baseball Classic. So make sure again, come back tomorrow night. Of course, it might be a little late. It starts at 10 o'clock Eastern. And it's going to be on FS1 as well. So not exactly a local channel either. Of course, there's a chance I cover United States and the Colorado Rockies. That'll be happening earlier tomorrow, but I don't want to guarantee that. We shall see. But I can guarantee the World Baseball Classic happening at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. So I'll be up till midnight. But thank you guys again for tuning in. All right, 2-1 is your score. Again, Boston leading. They've been leading pretty much since pretty much since the beginning, really, of the first period. Again, all the goals happened within the first 7 minutes of the game. So it's been all Boston since, really nobody since, as no one has been able to beat these goalies. As we're back underway, Pittsburgh with it in their own end. I believe this is, actually I have no idea. It's Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon sending it to the far side, and now it's deflected away by Boston, but then won back by Pittsburgh. Wotherspoon with it, sending it to Raquel. Raquel flicking it to the near corner, where the Boston will have it. Won by Russ, though. Russ sending it to Raquel. Raquel trying to win it back, as now he's just kind of holding it with his skates. Boston with it. Russ sending it behind the goalie. Clifton turning around to the far corner, where Boston will hold on to it. And Raquel with it. Far circle, sends it in slowly, and it's deflected away by Swayman. Boston with it, flicking it ahead to the far wall, where Carlson will corral it. 7:33 left to go. Wotherspoon sending it to the far corner for Boston, but Boston is there. Sending it now to the near corner. Now, I believe that is Dewar with it. Dewar sending it to Boston. Boston within the far corner. Flicking it ahead into Penguins territory, where Gerard falls down. Boston with it behind Skinner. Sends it back to the near wall at the points. Near circle. As it glides to the far corner. Pittsburgh with it. Sends it up, and it's taken away by Boston. Boston far circle. Shot is just wide. Pittsburgh now with it in the near corner. Trying desperately to get out of there is Letang. Letang sending it to Mantha. Man, I don't know what he was doing. Mantha is getting manhandled over there in the far corner. Boston trying to get it out of there, and they have it. Boston with it. Sends it in. Deflected away by Skinner. Mantha with it. Sending it to the near wall. Boston now with it, the blue line. Sending it to the near corner. Back behind the goalie. Looks like he sends it to the near side, where Pittsburgh will win it for the moment, but then Gerard losing it. Boston all over him. Unbelievable, as that puck does accidentally glide into the Boston end. 6:15 left to go in the third. Boston again leading 2-1. Boston now sending it up. Sending it to the near side, near corner. In Pittsburgh territory, won by Pittsburgh. Malkin now with it. Malkin sending it to the far side to, I believe that is Chinikov. Chinikov with it. Sends it back to the far corner. Malkin with it, near circle, back to Shea. Shea with it, sends it in just a little bit wide. Boston now within the far corner of their own end, sending a far circle. Far circle off the wall, but it's won by Shea. Far circle of their own end for Pittsburgh. 5:37 left to go in the third. Good to see you, Banking. Appreciate you for tuning in. As Pittsburgh trying to get something. Chinikov with it, near circle. Sends it to nobody. Pittsburgh, though, winning it in the end. Sends it off the post. Oh, loose puck. It's going to be loose puck, pardon me. Going to be downed by Swayman with 5:21 left to go in the third period. So, yeah, 5:21. Boston leading 2-1 over Pittsburgh. Looks like this might end in regulation. Again, thank you guys for watching tonight. Again, I'll be back tomorrow for some World Baseball Classic. Again, Thursday, unsure what I'm doing then, but I'll try to cover what I can. Again, possibly again, Pittsburgh Buffalo. Pittsburgh Penguins, Buffalo Sabres, possibly on Thursday. Don't want to guarantee it, but the thumbnail has already been made. So, I am prepared. They used to ball their goals against Vegas. You're right. They are. They did. They really did. Sounds about right. Do you drink anything to soothe your throat? Just water. Water, water, and water. I mean, I will have honey. Really, that's more for football season. Football's more intense on the voice because, 3 games Sunday. Well, 3 games Saturday, 3 games Sunday. That is rough. That's a lot of yapping. 10 hours, 11 hours sometimes for college. Each day is a lot. But yeah, for baseball and everything else, really, it's just the water's good. Every now and then honey, but it's rare. But yeah, it's almost like daily. It's almost daily that I'm getting the raw honey for the throat. Yeah. I'm just not a tea guy. I just don't like tea. Just not a tea. I like sweet tea. I just don't do other tea. Thanks for your coverage. No, thank you, Caleb. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Again, thank you guys so much. Glad you guys enjoyed it. All right, face-off going to be won by Boston. Boston racing down, and now they're going to be called for an offsides with 5:14 left to go in the third. Boston again leading by 1. They've been leading by 1 for pretty much like 40 minutes at this point. All the goals coming in the first period. 31 shots for Pittsburgh, 27 shots on goal for Boston. Face-off won by Pittsburgh, sending it to Wotherspoon on the near side of their own end. Wotherspoon now cutting to the far side as he sends it to the far corner. Going to wrap around. Rust is unable to get there, as Raquel is also in the area. He's trying to get it, but cannot. Boston setting it up to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon, though, could not quite handle it. Boston out with it, far circle. Sends it around to the near corner, where it's going to be met at the blue line. Back to the far side, sends it in, and deflected by Skinner. Boston winning it again, though, at the blue line, sending it to the near side. This is McAvoy. McAvoy back to the far side, sends it in, and deflected away by Pittsburgh. This is Rust. Rust to Kindle. Kindle with it, crossing center ice. Going to the far side, far circle. Shot is saved by Swayman with 4:22 left to go in the third. I tried coffee. It doesn't hit your taste buds. Coffee, you have to have the right creamer, I think. Thanks for the stream, Doc. Sorry you didn't. Oh, no, dude. Don't worry about it. Hockey is more for fun. I'm more worried about the baseball thing earlier because that is something that I am going to dedicate a lot of time to. Hockey is just really a bonus. So, yeah. Not the end of the world if I don't do well, which there's a lot of Boston streamers. It's just going to happen. But, yeah, baseball, though, that's a red flag because that is going to be 5 months of my channel. So another stoppage of play. 4:09 left to go. Nothing really happened in between my yapping. Tea with honey always helped me. Yeah, I know. Everyone seems to recommend that. Appreciate you, Cardinal, for tuning in. Everyone does that, but I just can't. I can't. I am so stubborn. I'm such a stubborn guy. 4:09 left to go. Another face-off here happening in the Boston end. Face-off won by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with it. This is Letang on the far wall, sending it to the near corner, where it's going to be met by Boston. Boston flicking ahead, intercepted by Girard. Girard sending it back to Chinakhov. Chinakhov to the far side to Letang. Malkin, shot deflected away. Girard with a shot. It's going to be just off target. A little bit of a scrum in front of the goalie. Pittsburgh saying goal, but the referee saying no. So Swayman fell backward into the net, and I think that's why Novak was saying that's a goal. Interesting. So no goal. I don't think the puck actually ever crossed. Give me a sec, folks. No, yeah, I don't think the puck. 3:48 left to go. Think Dubas trades Skinner while he's hot to give Murashov a spot? I wouldn't know. You'd have to ask a more of in the know Penguin. I can tell you this. I got another. Someone else asked something similar to that last last Sunday asking about trading Skinner with Shelov's playing well. So it seems like that might happen. I don't know. As Boston now working their way down quickly, but intercepted by Girard. Girard with 3:37 left to go in the third period. Again, Boston leading 2-1. Far side, Malkin laying the smack down there. Malkin now embracing somebody from behind as Boston now sending it to the near corner. Sending it to the far side is Pittsburgh. Chinikov sending it to Dewar. Dewar with it. Far side. Crossing the blue line. Crossing center ice. Sending it to Novak. Novak flicking it ahead to Dewar. Dewar's being held, though, in the corner as Boston trying to win it free, but it's Hayes that whacks it to the near corner where Shea is awaiting at the blue line. Sending it to the near corner again. Brazeau is just going to watch as it's sent back to Shea. Shea with it. He flicks it up and ahead to Brazeau, but he's not able to get there in time. Boston winning it, but then Pittsburgh winning it back. Hayes sending it to Clifton. Clifton with it. Sending it to Dewar. Dewar with a near circle. Sends it inside, and it's going to be safe. No, not downed. Just whacked free. And Boston pulling the juke here. As a Pittsburgh player did fall down, couldn't quite see the name. Clifton setting it up and intercepted by Boston. Boston with it. 2:30 left to go. This is McAvoy. McAvoy sending it to the near corner. Now around to the far corner where Clifton is there to send it back to the near corner where Shea is at. Shea back to Clifton. 2:20 left to go in the second. Boston leading 2-1. We are approaching the end here. Back to Shea. Shea with it near wall. A little bit of a line change here. Going to take their time. 2:03. Back to Malkin on the near wall. Looking around. Back to the near corner where the Bruins will have an empty net for Boston. Sent the shot from way downtown. Boston with it. Far circle. Off the post. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Pittsburgh stays alive for the moment. Again, empty net for Pittsburgh. As Mantha's going to have it in the far corner. Rust with it. Sending it back. And that's going all the way back. College basketball and baseball, I feel like you can get more views with soccer, but that's up to... I know. Far side, sending it to the far corner. Now down to the near corner. And he takes a big hit. Mantha trying to find it. Boston just holding on to it. 1:16 left to go. This is Letang. Letang sent it to the far side. I believe that's Carlson. As he sends it all the way into the crowd to Narnia. As that'll be a souvenir. 1:10 left to go in the third. Keep the pressure on. Yeah. Muso definitely. Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah, no, definitely. So I don't know what happened here. Something. Give me a sec, folks. We're going to be a little bit behind because now it's rewinding all the way back to what just happened, the Narnia thing. You're up for the World Baseball Classic. Should be. I'm hoping so. So I do apologize for that. Don't know what happened, but streaming it isn't exactly great. Again, Boston had a shot that went off the post in an empty net. That is as crazy as can be. Again, 1:10 left to go here in the third period. Boston leading 2-1. Pittsburgh playing with an empty net. So they are trying to make this happen. A little bit of a delay here. Don't know what's going on. A long delay. All right, face-off happening on the far circle. Won by Pittsburgh. And Boston desperately trying to get it free. Letang, though, with it. Letang to Malkin. Malkin back to Letang. Letang back to Malkin. Malkin back to Letang. Back to Malkin. Malkin with a shot, and it's going to be saved by Swayman with 55 seconds left to go in the regulation. Again, 2-1 is your score. Yeah, I'm hoping that the World Baseball Classic will be a good one. But yeah, football will be good. Football will be... I think this year is going to be a really good year for the channel, football. Just got to make it there in one piece. 55 seconds left to go. Face-off happening on the far circle. Won by, I think, Boston. Boston with it on the near side, just sending it all the way down. And that's nowhere close to the goal. That's going to be an icing with 48 seconds left to go in the third period. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man. This is a little scary. A little scary. Another face-off here. Malkin in on the face-off one for Pittsburgh. This is Letang. Back to Letang. Back to Carlson. Back to Letang. Back to Carlson. Oh, someone lost their stick. That was going to be a Bruin. Carlson, heavy pressure from Boston, setting it up. 30 seconds. Boston now with it. I don't know what they were doing earlier. Back and forth they go. Boston now with it, winning it up. Sending it back to Pittsburgh, 22 seconds. Pittsburgh's got to make something happen. 20 seconds for Pittsburgh again. An empty net. It's been an empty net for 2 minutes. Malkin with it, crossing the blue line. Far circle, sends it back to the blue line. Sends it in, deflected away by Swayman, who downs it with 10 seconds left to go. Scored too many goals. Yep, a lot of that's now 2 people that have said that, and you were probably right. Banking said that. Banking and Trisk. 10 seconds left to go. Looking like it's going to be a Boston victory. All the goals scored in the first period. Malkin in. Actually, no, that's Acciari with the face-off. Looks like Rust getting an early start on the outer edge. Face-off won by Boston, 8 seconds. Boston just trying to clear it, 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shot! Deflected away. That is your final score. My throat was dying there at the end. That is your final score, folks. 2-1. Is your final. I can't seem to find this. The center. There we go. Oh, well, it is what it is. 2-1 is your score, folks. Boston. Again, all the goals of this game were scored in the first period, as you can see above me. Right there. Thanks for a great job. Appreciate you banking. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I know Pittsburgh. I know Yin's pretty happy. Better days come between the chemistry. Better with a lot of new pieces and to come back. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate you, Yin. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Again, if you enjoyed the stream and haven't done so already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It is free to do so. Again, within the first minute of the game, Penguins with the goal. Looking like, hey, the Penguins will be doing pretty well. Thank you, Trisk. Thank you again for tuning in. Appreciate you, Carl. Thank you again. And Carlson from way downtown. I can show you again. We'll show the Penguins goal twice. Then we'll just show the Bruins goal once. That way it's a tie in my head. Carlson again, way downtown. Good shots. Then here's the Bruin goal that happened again. Pretty cool that NHL.com does this. I mean, I think this is so cool. There you go. That made it 1-1, and then 50 seconds later, the Bruins would score what would end up being the final goal of the game, winning 2-1. Pretty crazy stuff. There you go. Again, Skinner just took way too long to get back into position. Shots on goal again. Pittsburgh led in that. 35-28. Face-off percentage. Bruins would win that. No one scored a power play goal. About even in hits. Blocked shots. Pittsburgh had more blocked shots. Bruins had more giveaways, but it didn't seem to matter. No matter what happens next time they play, Boston will win, or have won already, the season series. They play again, I believe, this weekend in Pittsburgh. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed it. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Again, I'll be back tomorrow night for sure with the Chinese Taipei and Australia in the World Baseball Classic. That is happening, of course, at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. And yeah, Might do USA Rockies depending on the illegal streams, because we need some help with baseball. But anywho, I appreciate you guys, and yes, I'll be sure to redirect to JJ. Don't think I'll be staying, but I'll be sure to at least leave a like and help him out. But appreciate you guys. Good to see you, Caleb. Again, thank you, Ricky. Appreciate it. Good to see you, Nick. You're free of Kyler Murray. We were talking about Kyler earlier. So good luck with whoever the Cardinals get. But anywho, catch you guys later. I'll see you on the next one. Again, final score, Boston 2, Pittsburgh 1. Good night and take care.